This call is now being recorded.
Usted tiene una llamada preparada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
What's up, buddy?
What up, Jesse?
What is cracking? What's up, my boy Pablo's in the motherfucking win. We gotta track his ass down. What's my goddamn pain at?
Put dog the bounty hunter on that ass. Hey, pull the trigger right now so we can talk about this live.
Okay, yeah, we are live now. We are live. So I want to go ahead and welcome Jesse and David coming into us live and direct from Centinela State Prison. I know the tablets have been down for like 2 weeks now. So definitely interested in listening to how has it been over there.
Yeah, I'm super high strung right now. I've been on lockdown this whole time.
I'm put it like this. I'm like Smeagol with the ring. Like precious. They turn the tablets back on.
Oh, yeah.
Like Smeagol.
Yep. He watched Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Yep. So he's searching
got like hostages in this motherfucker.
Hey, you people out there in the world, do you know that me and this fool haven't been out of the cell in weeks? In weeks, James. We haven't been out.
All they're giving us is bread and water.
And the funny part is we hardly even notice. That's the scary part. And the sad part is we've got so much time in the freaking hole that this is actually a blessing. We're like, yay, lockdown.
So it gives you guys a time to get away from your daily routine and your daily obligations.
Hey, I've done so much homework in astronomy that I go by David Neutron now.
David Neutron. This guy walks around. He's like a freaking astronaut. He got this bowl and he's got a little lens on it. He made an astronaut helmet. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just studying.
I got like a weird looking football helmet, astronaut helmet, freaking made out of cardboard.
Yeah, yep. I was literally just telling Dave that earlier. I was like, man, I should have tried. Now that the phones are on, because they're gonna come search probably tomorrow. More than likely, I'm thinking. If not, they might take a break on the weekend, give us some program, and come on Monday. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna come tomorrow to get this shit over with. But I was telling them, like, man, I'm cool with this program. They can lock this bitch down as long as we got our phones. They can lock this bitch down. The only thing that sucks is my sciatic's been killing me because I had surgery 2 weeks ago. I haven't been able to exercise, so that's the only thing that's kind of like got the real downside to it. But like it's definitely a break from the rat race of everyday monotony of just doing the shit that we do every day, like going to boat, going to yard, going to class, going to it's kind of like a routine. So every now and then it's cool to get a couple weeks down and just sit inside your cell and decompress. And definitely it was good for homework to get caught up on homework and just little knick-knack shit.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
What really sucks though is we had finally got situated here in the cell, got our shelves hooked up, got everything done in the cell, and they're gonna come tomorrow and destroy this place. That's the fucked up thing about it, but that's just part of prison. When the board asked me, hey, when's the last time you got mad? When's it like? They like to ask that question. If you were violent in the past, it's like, hey, when's the last time you felt angry and and felt some kind of way? I'm going to tell them, well, I'll tell you exactly when. June 28th, they came into my cell and they destroyed my cell, disrespected the shit out of my cell, and I was absolutely angry. I was infuriated. Well, what did you do? I didn't do a damn thing because it isn't my cell. You guys can have it. It belongs to you. I just took it personal.
Yeah. I would tell them, I don't know what's the exact time that you asked that question. Let's start there.
But other than that, though, what's up, though, James? What you been up to, man?
Man, me pretty much, I just been pretty much just working and, hanging around here in the house and, That's pretty much it. As you guys know, I went down to Centinela. What was it last 8 days ago? Last the previous Thursday, and with anticipation of Pablo coming home, and that that didn't work out. But it's it's something that I did record that journey, and share my thoughts when I was standing out there, and he didn't come out, and I could only imagine when family members are out there waiting for their family members, and their family member doesn't come out. So it does give you a different perspective of going to those facilities, and coming back empty handed, if you will.
The crazy part about that is, like, during our generation, like mine and Jesse's, is we didn't have tablets.
Yeah.
And you weren't getting no phone call to notify nobody.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I wouldn't have gate pickups. I got up before. There's no way, like, you get a release date and you don't know that anything's changed until something like that happens, like what happened to Pablo.
Yeah.
There's no way to there's no way to send a message out. There's none of that shit. And so that's kind of like a good example of what the state actually is look, it's like a machine. It's like a robot, without, what do you call it? Sin compasión. I don't know very much. I don't know very much Spanish, but that's just how I would think to say it. Just to put more emphasis on it. Sin compasión.
There it is. You got it.
Yeah, and so the funny part though is, like, it's like, man, you can almost laugh, it's like this, like, fuck it, man, you really fucked us this time.
But even like that thing with Pablo though, like, even knowing, like how Dave said, Dave's been in and out of prison a couple of times. I've only gotten out of one time from the California Youth Authority, but I came in, never got out of prison. Here I am 24 years later. But just the whole, like, just that whole thing right there, like, I was excited for Pablo. I was excited to see him go, and it was just kind of like to see, and I know how things are for him, and just that uncertainty, even up until that day, he's like, hey, I don't know, they don't got me on the list, I don't know what the, but even leading up to it, he was a little, like, cautious, because he was just like, dude, I haven't seen parole yet, nothing, I don't know what the fuck's going on, like, in the crazy thing is the counselor called him in a few days before, like a week before, and told him, hey, your date got moved from the 18th to the 19th. So it's like, okay, well, if you move my shit from the 18th to the 19th, then you should know that I'm going home. Like you're telling me that that's what it is. So it was just a horrible thing, and I can imagine what he was going through, not being able to use the phone, because they had the phones off because of this, so-called lockdown, and just the whole thing is just definitely probably a nerve-wracking situation for him. And then when we found out he didn't get out, our biggest concern was you, because we're like, man, the homie came all the way over here for fucking nothing, just to be stuck right here in front of this hot-ass shithole.
Oh, and it was hot.
And I guarantee you, yeah, I could imagine, bro. It's like 100 and something degrees out there at that time.
Yeah, it was hot.
Oh, man, we've seen a shadow. We've seen a shadow getting close to the prison, so we knew your brother child was near.
Yeah, hey, so you know what? It was interesting. So I got out there, and just from being out in the desert, I always take a lot of bottles of water with me. So I think I probably brought like 8 frozen bottles of water with me, and
yeah,
because you got to stay hydrated out there. If not, then you'll pass out towards the end. Because I think I stood out there for maybe about 3 hours towards the end of it, like the third hour. I was like, man, I'm starting to feel it. I was like, man, I don't even want to be standing out here anymore. The sun was just beaming down on me, and they kept down. There was I guess I don't know if it was like the perimeter officer or the CO kept on coming out, and to talk to me, find out what was going on with me and who I was waiting for, and he turned out to be pretty cool, and he was trying to provide me with as much information as he could, or he had access to, and he was like, hey, like, who are you here to pick up? And I gave him Pablo's information. And then he went, and then he came back. He was like, you know what? They don't have anybody being released today, and anybody that's making the decisions, they're not here yet, because it was early. I got out there maybe like a little bit. Maybe I think I want to say I got there maybe like about 5:30 in the morning, and
Yeah.
And then, so he just kept on coming back and forth, relaying whatever information he could provide. And then, pretty much towards the end, he was like, "Man, I mean, pretty much we can't do anything. It's not my decision, and the people that make those decisions are not here, and he's not on the schedule to be released. Nobody, as a matter of fact, nobody's getting released today. So, luckily, Pablo was still able to send messages and, kind of keep me in the loop as much as information he was getting. And then at the end, they pretty much told him like, hey, you're not getting out today. You're eligible for immediate release, but immediate doesn't mean like right now. It means whenever we figure out what's going on. And from my understanding, whenever you guys are released, the state has to notify the victims 5 days prior to when you guys get out. So I think was some of the holdup right there. The state never notified, the victim's family to let them know that Pablo was getting out. So the countdown starts from 5 days from the when the state notifies you. From my understanding, I'm not sure if that information is correct. It's secondhand information that I was, that I got, when I was out there. And I'm not exactly sure how it works, but sure enough, 5 days from Thursday, he ended up getting a date, for that day.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And with him too, they had to contact the transitional housing, and they had to do a lot of other things, do his DNA swab, and they do all that stuff. I think they do here. I could be mistaken, because they call you to medical. I don't know if that's for a DNA swab.
No, well, now we need to know where in the world is Pablo.
Yeah, we definitely know where Pablo is. We need to find out if Pablo, if he was able to take the painting out, because I caught him at the last minute walking out. I didn't get to see. Somebody was yelling. I was asleep, and somebody was, "Hey, all right," and I ran to the door and see, and right as he was walking out, but I couldn't tell if he had. From what I saw, but I seen one hand. The other hand looked like it could have had a bag in it too, but it might have had it was just so quick. Yeah. But I seen the one hand on my side for sure had a bag of property, like a little trash bag, like a little trash liner bag, clear plastic bag with property in it, and he had something in the other hand. But he dipped through the rotunda that I didn't even get to see what it was. So I'm like, man, hopefully he had. My sister said, "Hey, do you have the painting?" I said, "Man, I couldn't see it. I couldn't tell if he did or not." Yeah. I don't see why he wouldn't have it though. But the thing is too, though, I don't see why he wouldn't call. But also on that too, though, it's probably gonna take him a few days to get a phone and all that stuff, because he didn't really have a lot of support out there. I don't know. I think, and it's gonna take him a little. It's gonna take him a little more to get on his feet. Yeah.
So you mentioned, a DNA swab, and he had actually I think text me on Monday about that. He was like, "Hey, they just took my swab," and I think they had taken the swab. I'm not sure if it was Thursday or Friday. So I think that was another holdup, because he had mentioned that he wouldn't be able to get out until the DOJ gave the thumbs up that he was good to go with his DNA swab. Once they got into the system to make sure it was accurate DNA swab that they could use. Then that I think that was another thing that was holding him up, because that Monday he had sent me a message telling me that or actually in the morning. No, I think like 11 o'clock on Monday, he sent me a message. He was like, "Hey, the CO that's running the unit, he had told him like, 'Hey, Pablo, you're getting released,' right?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then he had confirmed that he was on the release list. But then by the time 6 o'clock in the morning came, everything was pretty much up in there, because I from the my previous experiences with you guys getting out, they normally pull you out maybe like at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I normally get a phone call by 5:30 letting me know or asking me if I'm already there, because they want to confirm that somebody's there actually, ready to pick you guys up. And I didn't hear anything. So everything was, man, I'm sure Pablo was on pins and needles that day.
Oh, it's gotta be rough, man. Especially he's done a lot of time, Like, for instance, when I got out before, I was just doing violations. That's the reason why I came back to prison so many times.
Yeah.
It was kind of like I was on a zero tolerance. They knew that I was involved with, gang activity and stuff like that. So when I came out, it was...
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
When I got to the parole officer, like, "Look, man, we both know what this is. I'm going to get you. It's just a matter of time. You do you, I'll do me. I'm coming for you. I'll see you in the shoe. I'm not going to pick you up after the next release." That was just what it was. I was just... I'll explain more about that in a minute, man. It's gonna hang up right now, James. So I'll give you a call back.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So somebody was asking me. I think it was Frank that asked me if we're gonna be having court today. Yes, we are. A court. We're gonna be doing the 8:00 court. So that'll be in about 48 minutes. So if you want to watch the court, then and you don't want to hang around for the phone calls, then come back at 8 p.m. my time, and that's when court will be held. The 8:00 court for Maricopa County. We will not be doing the 7 p.m. for Pima County. But if you do want to watch that, I am streaming that on at CollectCallFrom on YT. So if you want to check that out, you're more than welcome to head on down there. Let me go ahead and pick this phone call up here. You're welcome, Frank.
It's Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada
This call is now
propagada
being
de
recorded.
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call.
I
You will
can't
not
comment
be
on that
charged
yet.
for this call. Para
I'm waiting
aceptar
to
esta
speak with him
llamada,
to
diga
confirm, and
o
he's gonna
prima
share that
ahora el 5.
with his 5.
Gracias
Hey,
por
what up,
utilizar
Kim?
Global Telling.
Hey guys, David and Jesse.
Yeah, what's up?
So I wanted to mention something
How
to
you
you
doing?
guys. So, because somebody asked me right now,
Alright.
they wanted to know if Silas got paroled, and I spoke to Silas a few days ago, and he said that he wanted to share that himself over a phone call. So I'm not making any comments on the status of Silas's parole outcome. I know a lot of people are interested, but he does want to share that himself.
Hey, we are not telling. Our lips are sealed. All you out there in Silasville, and Whoville, you ain't gonna get a peep out of us.
You get nothing from me. How much is the information worth to you?
Yeah. Hey, I tell people, look, man, I got a price. Every man's got his price. I'm very expensive, though. If I'm going to sell my principles and my ideals, it's going to have a bunch of zeros. It's going to have one hard number and then like a bunch of zeros. But you can pretty much buy anything from me.
So basically, it's pretty safe to say that David is a hooker.
Yeah, if there's enough zeros.
There's enough zeros.
Put your zeros.
Deuce Bigelow, the
Yeah.
Hale Bigelow.
Hey, so
Yeah.
I got a question from you guys, from Kelsey, and she's asking, for new listeners, can you share who these guys are?
Kelsey,
Is this Kelsey Leonard?
we would love to share this. All right, so yeah, my name is David Isaac Lopez. I'm currently incarcerated in Centinela State Prison, California. I'm serving a term of 40 years to life. That's 40. I technically got 2 life sentences. I'm here for taking somebody's life. And yeah, that's what it is. My boy
I think she wanted the listeners. What was the question? I think she wanted the listeners to tell her if they knew who we were. Is that what the question was, James?
All right, well, don't say nothing about me then.
So
Go, Jesse.
So she asked for new listeners, can you share who these guys are?
Oh, okay, for new listeners.
Yeah.
For all the new listeners. Go ahead,
Okay,
Jess.
well, then
Who the hell are you?
All right, maybe I misread it then. My bad. Yeah. So, well, you guys heard who David is, and I'm Robin. That's Batman, and I'm Robin.
Yeah.
Nah, my name is Jesse Nava. I've been here for 24 years. Hopefully I'll be out next year. Same situation as David. I'm here for taking somebody's life when I was a teenager. I lived a long, destructive lifestyle for many years. Today, that's not who I am. Today, I'm a man in recovery, who lives my life with good, orderly direction. And trying to be the best version of myself today. And James and I have started this podcast together with a few other guys about 2 years ago, hoping to share that message with people out there who listen, to kind of give everybody a different perspective on prison, because a lot of prison podcasts just have a tendency of highlighting the goriness of prison and the craziness and the chaos of prison, but they don't ever share the transformation, that there are a lot of people in here who are not the same people that they were when they walked through this door. And that's basically how I got involved with at CollectCallFrom, and when me and James, got off on our first interview, that's basically what we were doing. We gave a life story, a backstory, to just basically show the life that I had lived for credibility and connectivity purposes. And so that way, if you see where I came from, you can truly appreciate the man that I am today. And, so I'll be 45 years old in August. And,
Jesse and I were roommates. We're cellies. That's what we call it here. When we're both locked into the same cell. And Jesse and I, we've known each other since we were teenagers. So we kind of came up in everything together. So it's crazy that I get to be in my chains with Jesse too. Because we went down a crazy path of destruction. And a lot of people got hurt. And it's kind of crazy how everything's come full circle. I've been locked up on this term right here for the life sentence. I've been in for 15 years. And I was in and out before. I've been in the system for.
Jesse and David. So I gotta interject with her because we just had an ICEMAN show up. He writes, "Hey, what's up?" We got Maribel Vasquez too.
Maribel Vasquez and ICEMAN. What's cracking?
We're about to put an APB out on the ICEMAN.
Yep.
We're worried about him. It's good to hear he's doing all right.
Yep, it's summer, so the ICEMAN, he's hiding out in the freezer.
Yeah, we send our love to you, bro. Hopefully everything's going good. Hopefully everything's good with the family, with the son and everybody else, man. We send our love to you always, bro.
No, that's cool, man. I'm glad you guys are here. So, Jesse and I, we come out here just to, shoot the breeze. So we got people like our ICEMAN that have been on here with us, man, since the beginning.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're always super happy to hear from him. He's actually a friend of ours. Sends a lot of, we communicate with people off the air on our tablets, that are long-time listeners and stuff like that. And we met some great people. That's cool. ICEMAN's one of them.
Yeah. And then we also got we got Amanda, and she writes, "Tell him I said hey."
Hey, what's cracking, Amanda? How the hell are you?
What's good, Amanda? We send ours.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And I got a question for you guys from Andrea. She wants to know what's your biggest struggle in incarceration?
Oh my gosh! Jeez. Let's try to narrow that down.
Getting out is the biggest struggle. I lost my damn keys. For some reason, I can't get my door open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in here for 24 years and I can't seem to find my damn keys.
I think that, honestly, I think it's a detachment. It's a detachment from the world out there, and a lot of people don't know lifers. You don't really get to interact with people that are serving, quote unquote life sentences. People that have taken other people's lives and stuff. You might see about it on TV, but we have to live with that. That's our reality, and we're not. You guys hear us? We joke around, we clown. Like I'm here with my brother right here, so like we don't. People. Yeah, we're regular people, and so this hurts. This hurts to wake up and it's like, all right, well, the smoke clears, right? Like we were both on drugs, Jesse and I. We were on drugs for years. We were on drugs in here. We did the same shit in here that we were doing out there. But the thing is, eventually you grow up. You grow up and you kind of like turn around. You look back at your life and it's like, man, what have I done? Like really, like I have things on my mind that I have to live within here. Like I said, I got blood on my hands. And that's something that's not going to go away. You can't undo that.
No.
And that's
when we were living in an illusion for so long that this wasn't a reality for such a long time until we decided to start taking responsibility for our lives and being accountable for the choices and the lives that we're living. And that's when that's like how Dave said that detachment, that it was just like, damn, like looking back and like, damn, how far had I removed myself from reality, from humanity to endure. Living in here, my first 19 years in here, I was acting a fool, and thinking about it like, damn, what was I doing? Like that's freaking crazy, But
how they had us too, how they had us living, like literally, we couldn't come out of the cell. Like this 2 weeks we've been on lockdown right now, this was nothing, but we could not come out of the cell unless we were in chains.
We put ourselves inside the prison
yep,
by being in, the 180s, being stuck in the shoe, stuff like that, being in the holes, like you're putting yourself in a prison inside a prison. Like that just goes to show how hopeless we were for so long.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, what is the hardest thing about the dealing with prison? For me, the hardest thing was taking responsibility and becoming accountable. Like accepting the fact that that I was a messed up dude. That the life I was living was completely reckless, impulsive, and irresponsible, and I had hurt a lot of people along the way. And making that turnaround, getting away from the gangs, getting away from the drug game, getting away from just hustling and doing things my own way, and accepting that I didn't know what what was right and what was wrong. I was doing all the wrong things, but I thought it was right. And so coming to a place, no man wants to admit that he's an idiot and he's doing things all wrong. And so coming to that swallowing that pill and saying, you know what, man, it's time to do something different. For me, that was the hardest thing. Now that I've done that, it's this is who I am. I'm a good dude. I can accept that, and that's just the truth about it. Like all the things that I do today speak to who I am today. But so now doing time is actually harder than it was before, though. Where before it was easy because I lived for the moment, I lived for the day. I didn't worry about tomorrow. It was just like, we'll figure it out when I get to where now it's because I'm conscious of everything that's going on. I'm conscious of the decisions that I make. I'm conscious of the consequences. I'm conscious of the actual time itself because I should be out next year. Around this time next year, I should be going home, hopefully. So I should, so understanding that and knowing that, you can't help but to be watching the clock, where before I never watched the clock. I was doing life without the possibility of parole, which means I was never getting out of prison. I had no action, no hope, so I just made the best of every day. And I got my LWOP taken off. I went back to court on my appeal, and I actually chose to represent myself, and I took my case to trial myself, and I got a second degree, so I ended up getting my life without taken off. And I got a 15 to life for the actual crime, and I got a 10-year gun enhancement, so it made it 25 altogether. And even coming back from that, I still didn't have any hope because you don't just flip a switch and say, oh, okay, you know what? There's a chance maybe one day I can get out of prison. Who knows? Like, I didn't really think anything was wrong with me. I was living the life that I was conditioned to live, and I thought it was all right. I thought everything that I was doing was normal because everybody that I had ever known and all the people that I grew up with and the life that I had chose to live, we were all doing the same thing. So how are you ever to question that there was something wrong with it? And so I got to a point in my life that I was just kind of like, damn, the people who I care about and who care about me, they're starting to be like, man, what are you doing? Like what's going on here? Like you don't care about being in prison. You don't want to get out. You're not, and it was just kind of like, what do you mean get out? Like I wasn't ever planning on going home. Like I was going to die in here. And how David said, you detach yourself. And I had detached myself from the reality of ever getting out of prison. So when they did give you a potential to get out of prison, for me that didn't mean anything because I had already removed myself from that reality. And so now that I'm back in it, it's a little harder. Every day, like I was telling James earlier, it's cool to get a little break, to be able to lock ourselves behind this door and kind of detach ourselves from the day-to-day monotony, because everything that you have to do to get out of prison, it's not an easy journey either. You have to be completely responsible, completely accountable, and there's a lot of things that go into, a lot of moving parts that go into it. We deal with that every day on a day-to-day basis. You got to be in this prison that's still dangerous. You're still dealing with a bunch of jackasses, a bunch of dudes. The good thing is I understand these guys because I was them before, but having to empathize and navigate, those things become difficult sometimes because, when your whole life you've always had a tool, which is violence, that you can deal with when people get to acting weird. You don't have that at your disposal anymore. You got to make sure that you're dealing with things in a pro-social manner, and that becomes a struggle sometimes because you're dealing, like, prison's a cesspool of ignorance, and so, and like I said, I was a part of that problem for a long time. David was a part of that problem for a long time, so we understand it, and we just do what we do and navigate it. So again, to answer your question, the hardest part about prison is the food.
It's the food, yeah. Hey, it's crazy because at the end of the day, like I'm.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I just don't know where I'm at in my time. That's what it is. Like, I have so much freaking time. I was sentenced to 4 decades with life sentences, 2 life sentences attached. And now laws have changed. Laws have changed where it's like, all right, well, I've been in for 15, so I have an opportunity to go to board when I'm in for 21 years. So that's kind of like half that sentence. So I go to board in like 6 years. but my dates, like I have 2 dates that show, like if you go on the CDCR website, it says that I have a board date in 2031, but on the computers here it shows that my board date is 2039. And then my case is open for court right now because they're talking about taking some time off. And that could put me to board in like 4 years, could put me to board in 2 years, or they can just shut the door and I could die in prison.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
They don't ever have to let me out. That's what the life sentence means. And they can just be like, you know what, lifer got out, did something stupid, took somebody's life, and we're not going to take a chance with these guys anymore. So the governor's going to stop signing off for lifers.
Pablo?
Yeah. You know, and it could happen. And it's like, that's the hardest part is like, you just don't know. It's like fighting
Pablo
into
beat somebody to death with James's painting?
Yeah, with James's painting, yeah. Yep.
Shit.
Yep. That's what happened, you know.
Hey, this call's about to hang up, but let me read off a message from my liceman. He put, all good, spending a lot of time with the hyena. Shoo!
Get it! That's right, good stuff. Congratulations.
Yep, I'm going to call you back.
All right, for sure. All right, Amanda. Yeah, I'll go ahead and read off your questions shortly. You know, I do have multiple streams going on, so, and then I normally don't like to interrupt them, you know, when they're asking questions, but I will get around to your question. Let me see. Wetsuit Man and the house. What's up? Let me see. Did I miss anything else here? Hey, what up, Jay? How's it going? Let me see who else in here. Hey, what's up, No Face? Who else is in here? Let me see. All right, they're calling back.
Esta es
This
Global
call is now
Talent.
being recorded.
Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5.
5.
Gracias por utilizar Global Talent.
Hello. Hey, what's up, Simona?
James, yeah.
Hey, so,
Simona was cracking.
yeah.
Well, we want to send a shout out to Amanda because I think that might be Martin's girl. So, you know, I don't know if it is or not, but we just got to send our notes.
Yeah, if that's Amanda, Martin's Amanda.
Yeah.
Tell her we said what's up.
Martin's Amanda.
Hey, and find out who that Casey is.
We're looking for a Casey Musgraves.
Yeah, we're looking for Casey Musgrave.
Is that the one? No?
Is Casey from
Ferguson? I'm just throwing names out there. So people looking at me like, all right, you lost your mind. 2 weeks was your limit.
He needs program ASAP. Boy, done lost his mind.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay, so what's going on? What you got for us, James?
So we got
some questions, man. I need some feedback from you guys. We're hurting here.
We got let me see. Maribel Vasquez writes, "Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, guys?"
Hey, what's up? What's up, Maribel?
What's up, Maribel?
We're glad you're here.
Guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. Hey, I haven't had the sun on my skin in 2 weeks. You know that?
That's a win for him, though, because this boy gets dark.
I am dark. I'm going to end up right there next to Brego Garcia.
Oh, he's back in the U.S.
Yep, he's going to prison, too. They got
Yep.
him for trafficking.
Yep, they got that fool, man. You know, hey, it's messed up, though. The whole situation is crazy.
I mean, but truth be told, he's better off in prison here than over there.
I don't know. I've seen him drinking, sipping martinis. No, that was all dictatorship stuff. Yeah, that was all staged. That's when you know you're in some shit. You know what I mean? When your prison comes and pulls you out for a staged meeting.
Yeah, you're drinking martinis with the Congress with the senator.
Cardboard martinis.
Yeah,
that's all optics right there. Human rights don't matter. Go ahead, James. What you got for us?
Let me see. And Amanda, let me see. Amanda wrote, how do we write these people?
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Well, you got a PO box. We got a PO box. You can actually write snail mail.
Yeah, if you're still stuck in the Stone Age,
yeah.
You can go to the tablet.
You get our name, CDC number. That's the number.
Do they still sell stamps out there in the real world?
Yeah. You know, you can write a letter, but the best way to get a hold of Jesse and I, honestly, is to add yourself. Go to, what is it, GTL, Getting Out, The app.
Go to Jamestown Getting Out.
Yeah, GTL Getting Out. The best way to contact us. And you add yourself. You get our name and CDC number from James. Add yourself to the tablet, and we could just email. That's how we communicate with our Iceman and Fish Layer.
So my boy Fish Layer, you haven't seen him? I got to get a hold of him because I'm gonna be going to board soon, so I got to let my boy know.
Yeah, no, I have not. I haven't seen him in a bit. It's been a few months, I want to say, since I seen him pop up on any of the streams. So, but yeah, if he does pop up, I'll let him know.
And I need you to call my attorney. Email my attorney, James, and be like, let my people go.
Let my people go.
For
sure, I got you.
Like, I need some help here, man. I'm really struggling here. I got myself into a huge situation, James. I really did it this time.
Man.
Yeah. Well, the crazy part, okay, so before, remember I was telling you about the parole office, right? So, I got out. My first prison term was when I was 18 years old.
Okay.
Came in at 18 years old. I had already been in the juvenile system. I started getting arrested as a young gang member, 13 years old. I started doing my first real, hard time at, 14, 15 years old. So I was in the system for a while. I was already for several years. But when I turned 18 years old, I picked up a small prison term, which was 3 years with half, which means I only had to do half of it. I already was institutionalized in a sense from being in as a kid. So when I came in, I wanted to put in work. I didn't want to just do that, 16 months, of the 3 years. I wanted to come in here and put in work. I wanted to be a part of the gangs, what was going on in here. So I turned that into, I maxed out my time. I ended up with multiple shoot terms, which means I spent time in the hole, and I was running amok. So when I paroled, I didn't have any tools. I didn't have any tools because I didn't give myself a chance. I got out, got right on drugs, went and checked in with the gang leaders, and I just continued on that. It was like a revolving door, in and out, in and out, in and out. And I ended up getting an indeterminate shoot term, which means that I was never allowed to leave a hole while I was in prison. They deemed me a threat to safety and security of the institution. I had to be cuffed and chained anywhere I went. I couldn't interact with other prisoners because I was extremely violent. And I was unpredictable even to myself, And I guess, the only predictability was my unpredictability. Everybody knew that I was definitely going to do something that nobody understood. I was going to do that, but so I went in and out. So it's no surprise that I came in here for what I'm here for now. And it's crazy. You get out and you don't, like Pablo in that situation, right? You come over here to pick him up. You get paroled, and I didn't have nobody waiting for me at the gate. They gave me $200, and they're like, man, good luck. See you in about 3 to 6 months when you end up back. And that's just what it is. Now, I'm highly educated now. I'm an academic. I wouldn't do something, I wouldn't behave the same as I did before. But, it's kind of a little late, for that, because I might never get out of prison again. It's the crazy part.
Better late than never.
I got to stay positive. Yeah, but I got to stay positive. Look, I didn't change my life. It's the same with Jesse. We didn't change our lives to get out of prison. It's just what it is. I changed my life because I was tired of being the person that I was. I was tired of hurting people. A lot of people they think I'm going to board like next year the way I program in here. A lot of people ask me like, hey, when are you going to board? And I give them my board date, and they're like, man, why'd you get clean so fast? Shouldn't you be on drugs right now to handle that type of time? Well, you kind of wake up when you wake up. You kind of wake up and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, man, I don't like the way those sunken in drug-induced fucking pupils look in my reflection. And I don't like the way that, I just don't like who I am anymore. And I just changed my life and I grew up. And if I have to do it in prison, hey, it's what it is, man. You can't cry over spilled milk, man. What's done is done. All you can do is just soak it up with a floor towel. And that's that. I don't think people out there know what a floor towel is, huh?
Nah.
The significance of one. So we got a floor towel. You got to have a floor towel if you're going to be in prison. If you're going to be clean. And we shower in the cell. I don't know if a lot of people know that either. What do you guys know about us out there?
They probably
What do you people out there in freaking Twitterverse
I'm assuming
know
they're assuming prisons like the movies.
What, like freaking 5 dudes in a steamy shower with 1 bar of soap? What kind of movies you watching, James?
I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
Yeah, of course not. 1 state bar of soap, 5 dudes, 1 steamy shower. Welcome to prison. No, it's not. So you come in here and you try to be as normal as you can. You try to live your life. You know, most of the shit that you normally have is made out of cardboard now. We shower in the cell. We got a bird bath in here because we don't get showers every day. We just don't. Like, we're on lockdown, we get showers every other day, but I work out.
Smell is?
Yeah, that's what I smell like mackerel right now. That's not what it is, but I work out. I'm a workout fanatic. That's what I do. I love my fitness. I love staying healthy, and I got a shower. I can't. They're not going to open the door, so guess what? I got to figure it out. So we made a little curtain made out of a sheet. I pull the curtain. That's our shower. That's our what do you call it? That's our bathroom door. And I use the sink. I fill it up with water. I use a little tube, and that's it. That's how I shower. I got my hygiene in here, my soap, and all the water goes on the floor. We ain't got no drain, so guess what? We got the floor towel. The floor towel is what we use to soak up the water, and that's it. That's how we shower in here. And it's crazy. It's a fact.
What do you got, James? I hear it.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got one from Salty Water, and she wants to know. Hey, she writes pure curiosity. Well, I'm assuming it's well, it don't matter what it is. Do they have conjugal visits?
I do.
Conjugal visits.
Yeah, I do.
I don't get mine back. This is Jesse. David gets conjugal visits. I don't get mine back till next year because I fucked him off for dealing drugs in prison.
Yeah.
So I lost them for years.
Yeah, I do. California is the one state that offers people with time like me. We get conjugal visits, and yes, I do get them.
Hey, and how beneficial are those conjugal visits? For you to be able to stay connected with your family.
I wouldn't know because I've never had them, but I can tell you.
It's like being home. It's like it connects you with being human. That's just standard shit, And it's crazy that when I go out there, it's like a little apartment. They wheel us over there. It's got a locked gate. It's got like a little front yard with a barbecue pit in front. So it's got grass right there. And then the door, though, you can open and close the door. You can't open and close the gate. They got a padlock on there, and they got barbed wire and shit, But when you walk in that door, it's got a kitchen right there. You got couches. You got a big old flat screen with the remote. You got a DVD player. There's 2 bedrooms in there. They're like a little 2-bedroom apartment. There's a real shower, refrigerator, stove. Like it's an actual apartment. It takes you out of this place. I don't go outside much when I'm there. So I come out looking like freaking, man. I come out looking different. That's all I'm going to say. I definitely look different when I come back. But it's kind of, I come back with that pasty look.
Comes back looking like a victim.
What, get victimized?
Yeah, he comes back and walks in the cell and you get the SVU point. I'm like, oh, shit. The Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Nah, but what's crazy about those units though is it's I'm not used to sleeping on real beds. Like that's a queen size bed out there.
Mm-hmm.
Queen size bed. It's got like a Tempur-Pedic mattress. And man, when I lay in that bed, I feel like I'm falling into it. It's very difficult. And it's crazy just to be able to go and take a shower, like a shower where it's like, right here the showers are open. Like there's a little door that kind of covers your midsection,
mm-hmm.
but there's a bright ass light, like it's in the day room, like it's open. But to go in your own bathroom and like use the sink and freaking, it's just different. with the water pressure and the shower head and freaking, there's a bathtub in there. I wouldn't take no damn bath in there, but those things are they're still different, You know what else is crazy to use is the thing in your sink that you use for the garbage disposal.
Oh yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, garbage. Yeah.
No, the one that's in your sink though.
Garbage disposal.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
What's the one that you step on and it pulls out like a drawer? What's that called? That's trash
disposal. That's trash compactor. Also.
Trash compactor, huh?
Yeah.
All right. See, I forget what those things are called. Oh, you know what? You know what I've been using out there is an air fryer. Air fryer is delicious.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Yeah. So what else you got for us, James?
Let me see. I got one.
What about? Go ahead.
I got one from Wetsuit Man, and let me see what he's asking here. He writes, "Do they know about the ADX or people in ADX?"
ADX Florence?
Yeah, that's the only ADX I know. Yep.
Yeah. That's unfortunate that we know all things prison, but that's the feds. We're in the state prison in California. ADX Florence, I mean, you're not really going to see them too much. Them dudes are in the dungeon. That's like Pelican Bay on steroids.
Yep.
That place.
That's the Pelican Bay of the federal prison system.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
On steroids.
Yeah, we know people that have gone there and never returned.
Yeah.
For sure.
What about Marlene or has Marlene tuned in?
No, I haven't seen her. It's been a bit since I seen her come on. But from time to time, whenever
Gary?
she did reach out to me when Gary got found suitable.
Got found. Cool.
I'm gonna call back right now, James.
All right, cool, for sure. All right, so let me see. Jack is asking me, are they lifers? They're eligible for parole. Jesse he was sentenced to I think 25 years to life, and David was sentenced to 40 years to life. So Jesse is eligible for parole. I think in January he goes in front of the parole board. So if everything goes well for him, he might be getting out by this time next year. And David still has a little bit of time before he could go in front of the parole board.
Esta es Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada
This
prepagada
call is
de
now being recorded.
David Lopez.
Yeah, they are, Jack.
un
Both of them.
individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5.
5.
Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello.
Yep. We only get 15-minute phone calls for you guys out there that don't know that. That's why we got to keep calling back, and we got to call with the Spanish recording. There's 2 recordings, one in English, one in Spanish. The one in Spanish we have to use because for some reason James got hit with a copyright thing for GTL.
Yeah.
I think from a rapper, huh? Is that what it was, James?
Yeah.
Rapper got you?
So there's a few rap songs that have like the in their songs they'll have like the GTL the prompt for accepting the collect call.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So it'll YouTube will confuse it with with that. So that's why I ask you guys to do it in Spanish, because I don't think I've ever heard anybody do it in Spanish, and I've never had any issues as far as getting notified for copyright infringement when it does come up in Spanish.
This is a dangerous climate to be doing anything in Spanish, James.
Yeah, and I was also thinking it was a rapper, so I hope it's not Kid Cudi. Better hope it ain't Kid Cudi, because his ass he's gonna finger you on the stand in 2 seconds.
Yeah, he's gonna throw you under the bus.
Yep, quick.
See what you did to Puff Daddy.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So anyway,
Hey, what about Chubby Jessica? Chubby Jessica hasn't been on here.
Yeah, we're looking for Chubby Jessica too.
Yeah, we're looking for
No,
Chubby
no.
Jessica.
That's our people.
Nah, she hasn't.
Right there.
She hasn't popped up.
Well, if she shows up, you send her our love and let her know that.
The guys. Yep, the guys.
For sure.
But we love coming out here with you guys, and that's what's cool, man. you guys feel free to hit us up whenever you want. It's cool. We're gonna be here. It's just what it is, and that's why we love coming out here to interact with you guys, especially you guys all over the world, all over the country. Come spend some time with us. All you Nighthawks right now from the East Coast and especially overseas. What else you got for us, James?
So Jack is asking me. He's asking me, has Pablo got back to you since his release? So when I was out there that day, I was streaming live. I think we had about, I don't know, maybe like 200-300 people watching me while I was out there waiting for Pablo to come out. And a lot of people were disappointed that he wasn't released. So for the last week or so, everybody's been asking me like, hey, did he get out? I'm like, and up until Tuesday, I mean, I was pretty much left in the dark, and obviously he's been released at this point, but we don't know where his whereabouts are. I'm not sure where he's at. So I know Pablo, he was born in the U.S. I know he was born in Chicago, because he did mention that to me when I did interview him. But I mean, with the climate right now, what was that?
The Windy City.
Is that the Big Easy? No, that's New Orleans, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, Windy City. There we go. My bad. Big Easy. My bad, people out there from New Orleans or Chicago. All right, go ahead. Keep going.
So yeah. So I mean, like the positive right now with what's happening in the country. Imagine like they Pablo couldn't prove who he was, and they picked him up. So you never know.
They might have blarked him. Yeah. He's kind of brown. They might have got him.
He's sitting in ICE custody right now.
Hey, he's over there covered up with James's painting right now. He's keeping him warm.
Even worse, he stuffed it.
He's over there like the Sudanese guy with it on his back.
Hey, the grin on the freaking collect face, huh? It's gonna be like some weird looking grin, huh? Shit-eating grin.
Be like, hold on, let me see. When Pablo's like, they're gonna let a news crew walk in, and Pablo's gonna be sleeping with the painting all covered up.
With the paint right there.
He wraps up in it like newspaper, like on a park bench. Hey, I didn't give him the. Just so you know, I still have the little
soap.
What's it called? The little statue that we had for you and your hyena with the heart and the rose and all that stuff on it.
Okay, yep.
And because they were saying something about there was somebody up in R&R that had been tripping on them taking stuff like
they said soap specifically on soap stuff.
Is that what it was? I don't know. Yeah. I heard it from you guys, so I didn't really get actually first.
I spread that rumor.
Oh, okay.
That was me.
Yeah. So I didn't send it out yet. What I'm gonna probably end up doing is end up mailing it out. To be honest with you, and we'll just do it like that because I can get it out usually I think third watch whenever the.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
That's just hopefully they don't take the shit tomorrow because I actually have two of them. I had one for you, and one for somebody else. So.
Hey, this our last call right now?
Yeah. This would be the last one.
Hey, well, I want to sing a song, to everybody out there.
What the?
Yeah, it's gonna sound terrible, Jess. Like honestly, hey, I'm gonna need you to adjust the audio. Throw some dubs on there.
Yeah, put the two-pane.
Throw some D's on it.
D's on it. No, I'm not gonna sing to you guys. Don't get at me like that. Come on now.
Yeah, put the T-Pain synthesizer on there, like.
I'm gonna sing that one song that no one wants to hear me sing. It's anything.
But hopefully, they're probably going to come search us tomorrow, so we're going to be pretty preoccupied tomorrow. More than likely, that's what's going to happen.
Crying half the day?
Yeah, because they're going to come and destroy our sale and disrespect the shit out of the pad. But hopefully we get off light and they just come through and get up out of here because they're probably tired of this bullshit already. But I feel like we should be advertising for like Testomax or something now. Yeah.
It's about to freaking the call's about to end, so you need to flash some freaking I don't know, some medication or something, James. Get us some sponsors. I need to get some sopas.
Get you some ibuprofen 200s.
Yeah, ibuprofen. Yeah, we need to advertise something. Get us some sponsors. We need some sopas. We need some beans. Hey, they didn't want to store packages either. They freaking straight shut us the fuck down, man. We didn't get nothing. No store, no packages.
Yeah, that's crazy too, because my package is literally sitting in the package window.
Yep.
In there right now. It's there.
Yeah, I'm ready to eat that little statue made out of soap right there you got.
Yeah, if you don't get your stature for your wife, James, it's because my celly ate it.
Yeah, it's gonna be missing a heart. It looks like.
You guys should have brought it out to a video business so we could have seen it. So at least we could have had a copy of it on a video.
Hey, we'll do that. Hey, we'll do that for you if it survives.
If they don't take it tomorrow, whenever they open us up, which should probably be next week sometime, hopefully. Or they say we're down to the 11th. The new PSR says the 11th, but I think they just reset to 2 weeks. And what they're going to do, which is crazy because the policy says that they're supposed to let us up and give us yard or day room, full must or exercise.
Yeah.
And then they can put us back down for another 2 weeks, but they never lifted us up. They never did anything. So they're basically getting us for a whole month, which is against the rules. But you know they make the rules.
That's like against freaking international law, I think. We're definitely supposed to go outside after 2 weeks at least.
Yeah, but what they'll do is as soon as they're done searching, because I think they're trying to hurry up and get it done, I'm pretty sure we'll end up being up. It should be hopefully sometime next week.
You know how they say in the movies, they're like, Pelican Bay, 23 hours a day. 23 hours a day. Yeah, lockdown. It's like, man, what the hell? Those fools are getting an hour?
Yeah. What I got to do, I got to go to the shoe to get my, and it's crazy because the ad seg is actually still getting their yard every day.
Yeah, I'm in.
You go to the hole and you got more coming.
I'm in the cell for 24 hours a day. So when you guys are out there thinking about committing your crimes, I don't know who's on this channel. I don't know if you got your Weinsteins or your your blue collars, your Martha Stewarts. I don't know what you guys are up to out there in the crazy world, but I'll tell you right now, think twice. This shit sucks. This is not. I don't know what kind of glories in the freaking that they talk about in the movies and all that, but the realities of prison is like, look, real people sit in real cells. That's just what it is. You got family members, you got loved ones. What's up?
So we got about 6 minutes before the calls it gets cut off. So let me read off some of these messages here, and you guys could go ahead and we'll have the lightning hour, so you could answer these questions. Let me see. Amanda wrote, "I'm back." She just put the baby to sleep.
What's up, Amanda?
Kelsey wrote, "Do they have a TikTok?"
No, we have a GTL tablet.
Yep, but you can see us on TikTok right there, James.
Yep.
We got TikToks and was it YouTube?
All our videos. No, we don't have a TikTok. If you ever want to communicate with us, you have to add yourself to the GTL Getting Out app, and you can add us as contacts. That's how we do it. It costs like 5 cents a message. Go ahead.
And then let me see. We got a comment from Tiffany. She writes, "Love your live, James. Hi, guys."
Hey, what's up, Tiffany?
Hi, Tiffany. I don't know what your life is, but
no, we love James's life too. To be honest with you.
Love your life, James. You're traveling all around the world. I've been to a bunch of places.
Yep. He's got a badass life. We just got life. Go ahead.
We got Frank. Frank writes, "Let's go."
Frank, what's up? What else you got?
Let me see what else we got. We got Mary G. She wrote, "Hello."
Mary G.
Hello.
Welcome to our chat, our conversation with 2 incarcerated people.
Jack wrote, "Is there not much to do in prison? But what do they do during their day?"
Well, we have it very mapped out. Right now, that I'm locked down, I do a lot of homework. We work out. I work. I go to school. We got college here, so I take college classes. I'm working on. We have a San Diego State University bachelor program here. Jesse and I are already we're in that program. So we'll be starting our first classes probably in like a couple months. That's it. That's what we do. We exercise the mind. I am an academic now. That's why I go by David Neutron now. Go ahead.
See, so I got a comment from Wetsuit Man, and he writes, tell them to give me a call, bro. So Wetsuit Man sent me a message. He wants me to give you guys his phone number, so I'll be sending that phone number over to you guys sometime later on. And I believe he's in Canada, so shout out to Canada.
Yep, shout out to Canada.
Yeah, that's Trump's coming for you guys right now. You seen that?
Hey, that's another way to get a hold of us too. We got free phone calls on the tablets. So if you guys ever want to be like, you know what, I don't know how to do this GTL thing, just tell James, send a message to James with a phone number. We'll give you a call, see what's up.
Yep.
You know, we love talking to people, especially all over the world and stuff. But yeah, it'd be cool, man, to holler at you.
Yep, we want to see what's going on in the wetsuit in Canada.
Yep. I don't know about all this political shit going on, but we love Canadians.
Yeah, be careful.
That's all it is. I don't know. There's this shit going on with the freaking with the
tariffs,
with all this crazy shit over there. It's like, look, man, I am about Canada. I am a maple leaf loving person.
I am not trying to get mixed up in no tariff.
I am neutral, like Switzerland. Go ahead.
Hey, Tonka wants to know how much toilet paper do they get to use one roll per session?
What the?
No, that's a lot of toilet paper used in a session.
Yeah.
No, I go one slice. You know what I mean? I do one slice and I cut it in half. Every once in a while, you know what I mean? You might slip a finger on accident, but hey, it's danger involved, you know what I mean? No, we got
risk with this overworld without risk.
No, we get freaking this is a disgusting topic right here, but we get 2 rolls of toilet paper a week, and it's like a hustle for toilet paper.
Oh, hey, we just have Marlene showed up.
Man, it's all bad. Marlene, we've been asking about you this whole time. We hope you're all right.
Send our to Gary, man.
Yep, you landed about 2 minutes until this call is about to be over for the night. But we're glad to hear it. We've been asking about you. We hope you're all right. But now we hustle toilet paper just like we hustle sopas. We got about 8 rolls, and funny part is tomorrow they're probably gonna take them all.
Yep, we'll be back to square root 1 trying to figure out how to get more.
I'll be out there hustling toilet paper on the tier. Go ahead.
Let me see. Maribel wants to know, are they off lockdown?
No,
we're still on lockdown. They just turned our phones back on today.
Yeah, we're still
an hour ago.
We are still locked down, and they're trying to say we're going to be in for 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's they call it the name of the game, I guess.
Definitely, they're probably going to end up shutting they're going to run the call's going to be finishing pretty soon.
Yeah.
So I just want to send my love to my boy Eddie Lee. If he happens to be listening or he tunes in to hear this later, send a shout out to my...
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
60 seconds, come on.
He's doing big things out there for the community, and we all appreciate that. You know what I mean? I know he's got his own little channel going on too, so hopefully that's starting to boom, and definitely.
Yep, stay tuned. We'll try to get back on again. James, you let us know when you want to come on. We're still on lockdown, so I don't mind running some chats with you, running some lives.
Yeah, if you guys are available tomorrow, then hit me up, and we could definitely run some phone calls.
Well,
it'll probably be tomorrow night.
Yeah. Okay. See if we
During
get
the day, they're probably going to be here searching. If they're not, if they don't come search, they put us on hold till Monday. We can send you a little something. But send us to SoCal Fish Slayer as well.
Yeah, send ours to everybody else, man. Yep. Thank you guys. Remember, hit us up on the tablet if you want. We're always here. We'll always love to talk to you guys. So we'll see you hopefully tomorrow, James. See what's up.
All right, like a candle in the wind. All right, guys. So for those of you that want to watch court, the court's about to start right now. So I'm about to set it up. Just give me a moment, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. Let me make sure I switch this up right here. Toasty! Bam. Okay, that's up. All right. All right, guys, we're ready to go. Court should be starting up. For those of you that are new here, I also do live courts. This is going to be the 8 p.m. court for Maricopa County in Arizona. So here we are. Oh, fancy, writes Kelsey. Yo estoy en Canadá. What's up, Canada? What up, Triple Aces? Let me see who else is in here. Jacko Bean. Let me see. Who else is here? I mean, Arizona. Yep. Yep. Hey, thank you guys. So, did you, friend? So he did get out. He's not in custody anymore, but I don't know where his whereabouts are at. So, as soon as I hear something, I'll go ahead and let you guys know. Hey, what up, Ginger's mom? Hey, thank you, Triple Aces. Highly appreciate that. What's up, Ant_916? Let me see who else is there. Boston guy, what up? I didn't know about the court at night. Yeah, so in Arizona they have court. They have court every 3 hours. So there's 2 more courts: the 8 a.m. court. I mean the 8 a.m., the 8 p.m. court, and the 11 p.m. court. So if you guys like to, if you guys like court, watching courts, and this is the first appearance. So these people are gonna be walking off the street. So they recently got picked up. They probably got picked up maybe about 4 hours ago. So you're going to be seeing them walking in. They're going to be walking in normal clothes. You might see them in white beaters. You might see them in jerseys. You're just going to see them in like stuff that you normally, that a person with common sense, if they have a court date, they wouldn't be walking in. So I know there's a lot of confusion when people, they're like, why are they dressed like that? They're dressed like that because they were out committing crimes. And I'm sure they didn't anticipate that they're possibly going to get arrested. So they're not dressed to impress. They're dressed for whatever their daily activities are, if that makes any sense. So, and then you will see some people that are in orange. Those people are in custody. So they've, I couldn't tell you how long they've been in custody, but obviously they came down from prison. So, and they caught some new charges in prison. Maybe they packed up the prison wallet and they broke the seal and they got caught. So yeah, there's that. So we'll see what the night brings in today. It is Friday. I know it's hot in Arizona right now. It's in the triple digits. Hello from Florida, my brother. Hey, what up, Bob? How's it going? So I know the heat, the summer heat. The heat makes people do some crazy stuff. So let's see what kind of activity we get. Are we gonna have domestic V? Are we gonna have shoplifting at your local Circle K, Walmart, and Target? Are there gonna be a lot of DUIing, extreme DUI? Aggravated DUI, the possibilities are endless. And these are in real time. I know a lot of people come in here and they can't believe their eyes. I'm like, oh, no, where I'm at, there's no court. Court finishes at 4:30 or 5. Well, yeah. Arizona, they do things a little bit different than everybody else. So, ¿me puedes explicar lo de las llamadas, porfas, con los presos? So, ellos pueden hacer llamadas gratis. They can make free phone calls. So, si estás interesada a hablar con ellos, me puedes mandar un mensaje y yo le puedo enviar tu número de teléfono. If you're interested in phone calls with them, then I could go ahead and provide them with your information. Just a heads up, they are married. They're not looking for any type of relationships. So, just want to be transparent about it, but they do enjoy speaking to people from different places. So, if you're curious and you have questions, I mean, hey, they're open for that. Let me see. Y'all hear a joke? Doing time in. You're in prison or you've been there before? I can't even say that. I can't even twist my tongue like that, if you will. Yeah, jail court is always different than regular court. Yup. What up, Alley Cat? Welcome back. Who's in the YT chat? Are you still in here, Tonka? Been there before? Okay. All right. So it is 8 o'clock. Normally these courts don't start exactly at 8 o'clock. They'll start them whenever they want. Whenever they turn on the microphone, you guys will be able to hear it. And I'm hoping we have a good judge tonight. I know earlier on we were having a crappy judge. I wonder what happened to the hipster judge. Hopefully Ashley doesn't show up. And you might be wondering, who's Ashley? You don't want to know who Ashley is. Hey, what up, Jennifer? Good evening. Welcome to late night court, the 8 p.m. court for Maricopa County. How is everybody doing today? If you guys don't mind, where are you guys tuning in from? I'm always curious to see where people. I know on the people that I know the stream that has 70 people on there. I know we tend to have a lot of people from the UK, Ireland, Britain, and those regions and whatnot. So let me see who do we got. We got Nora. Hey, what up, James? What's up, Nora? We got let me see. We got Savage coming in from Kansas. We got Jennifer coming in from Ohio. We got Pito Pito for coming in from Philly. We got Wet Man Sue coming in from Montreal, Canada. We got Kristen coming in from Texas, and it's 10 p.m. We got Fly coming in from Philly. We got Kyra coming in from Australia, coming in from down under. Let's see, who else do we got? We got Cez coming in from the UK. We got I can't see the name, starts with an S, coming in from Washington State. We got Bob coming in from Florida. We got Zev coming in from Illinois. We got Melanie coming in from California. Let me see. We got I'm turning myself in tomorrow. Can't wait to see that myself live. Nah, really? Hey, you gotta give me a shout out. You gotta tell Your Honor. Hold on, sir. Your Honor, before you say anything, please let me get something in. I want to give a shout out to @CollectCallFrom that's streaming live right now. Let me see what we got. We got Betty coming in from Pittsburgh. We got Alley Cat coming in from Maricopa, Arizona. Let me see why they have court tonight and not in the morning. That's a good question. And the only way I could put it to you is like this: crime never stops. So crime happens all the time. So I think in Arizona or Maricopa County, if they didn't have court every 3 hours, their docket would be off the chain. They would probably run court because they run it at 5 a.m. They run it at 8 a.m., 11, 2, 5, 8, 11. So that's 11. That's 7 hours of court. So I'm guessing they probably run it all day because man, they
you can be seated
nonstop. Did your friend he did get out, but I haven't spoken to him yet. We got Toronto, Maricopa County. See, we got Seattle. We got Fort Myers, Australia, Texas, Boston, Texas.
All right, this is the 8 p.m. initial appearance docket. We're going to call you all in here individually, tell you why you're here. When you come into this room, there's a lectern in the center of the room. Stand behind that, give me your full name and date of birth. I'll be giving you important information regarding your case. You don't have to try to memorize what I tell you because all the important things concerning your case will be contained on a piece of paper, some documents that we give you before you leave the area. If you're someone who's here in a probation violation matter that will be heard in Maricopa County Superior Court, Public Defender's Office is appointed at this time so that you'll have counsel at your next court appearance. If you're someone who is released, you need to make sure you review the conditions contained in the release order and comply with them.
What up, McKenna?
For example, if the conditions include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with the alleged victims or witnesses, and you violate those conditions and you're taken into custody, do you guys want to see what this judge looked like? You will not be released from custody easily again. All right, we'll start with Jerome Ned, and then it'll be Leonardo Luna.
All right, Cha-Cha, I got you. Are you ready to see what he looks like? Are you ready? There he is, Cha-Cha. There he is.
Right. That's Mr. Ned.
You got me. Hey, for those of you guys that don't know, this is the guy from Unsolved Mysteries, Robert Stark.
Full name, date of birth? 4/22/76, Jerome Ned. All right, Mr. Ned, you were arrested yesterday, charged with these offenses: carrying a deadly weapon and failing to admit it when law enforcement asked you. That's a form of felony. A possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony. Possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a class 4 felony. And possession of drug paraphernalia, A Class 6 felony, I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your problem is you were on release on another felony that has not yet been resolved. Under Arizona law, if you're arrested, charged with a felony, and released, which you were on the other case, and while you're on release from the first case, you're arrested and charged with a felony.
He was,
on another case, you're not entitled to have a bond set or be released under any conditions. So.
No matter what?
Huh?
No matter what?
No matter what. I have no discretion. If those conditions exist, you were arrested, released, arrested for committing a new felony, that's it. Your next court date will be July 3rd at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix.
Okay.
You can talk to your attorney
Make
about
his
it
lips
then,
move.
but it is pretty simple. I guess it was Arizona's legislature's solution to people being arrested, released, arrested, released, arrested, released.
What up, Nikki?
They just said, hey, if you're arrested and released, the next time you get arrested, you're not being released.
I understand.
There you go. All right, Leonardo Luna. And
Next!
then it'll be Justin Mitchell.
I say he blew his. He ain't going nowhere.
Full name, date of birth, please.
Edgar.
Leonardo Luna, December 1st, 2006.
All right, Mr. Luna, you're on felony probation here in Maricopa County. They contend you violated conditions of probation, and they issued a warrant for your arrest on June 2nd with a $250 bond. Your next court date will be in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, for your revocation arraignment hearing on July 3rd at 8:30.
Your Honor, may I say I had no way to contact my probation officer because I had lost my phone and my mother didn't have her number, nor did I have her card.
Why don't you just call the adult probation?
I tried, and every time I would call, they would say they'll get with me, and I would be on hold for more than 30 minutes.
Let me tell you what the petition to revoke said, okay?
I didn't have a phone. My dog ate my phone. I hate when that happens. He didn't have any bus money.
Number 3, condition 3, the
His mom
defendant
couldn't
did
take
not
him.
report as directed on April 30th and on May 6th. Last date reported was
Seriously?
April 3rd. Attempts to locate include phone call to defendant's phone, call to family members, field visits to the residence that they thought you'd be at because of what you told them.
Your Honor,
Reviewed
my
booking.
probation officer has not
No,
shown up
I'm
to my
telling
house.
you, this is what you know how many thousands of cases each probation officer has in a few years. They are very careful to try and get a hold of people as best they can. You've refused to actively
Yes, Your Honor.
participate and cooperate in the sober anger
But, Your
management
Honor.
skills at Teros. As required. On May 5th, Teros discharged the defendant for failing to attend and participate in the program. Graduated responses implemented to address lack of compliance include use of cognitive
But I shouldn't go
tools
to
and techniques,
jail.
completion of behavior agreement, and drug testing. You didn't receive prior approval before changing residence. Then you've got all these drug tests you were supposed to participate in starting on January 15th that you did not submit to. So I'm sorry, but it's a pretty simple thing. I think anybody can call and say, I am a probationer, my name and case number is...
Real question
I
is
lost
this.
all the information regarding my probation officer.
Why is he wearing
They
a
look at
jacket
their- punch your name
in triple digit
and there's all the
weather?
information. Anyway, your
That's
next
the real
court
question
date,
here.
as I said, will be
Why is he wearing this puffer jacket?
July 3rd at 8:30 at a revocation arraignment hearing, Superior Court,
Look at that.
downtown Phoenix. And you
Answer
can
me that.
post a $250
That's what I wanna know.
bond. But
Give me a good answer and you'll get out.
But make sure you show up.
Yes, sir.
Justin Mitchell. And then after Mr. Mitchell will be
What up, Nana?
Hakeem Towns.
I quite forget the
Get
question.
your orders right over there.
Yes, sir. Have a great day.
I want to know why the hell is he wearing a puffer jacket? Anyway, catch his name. I didn't catch it. His mama didn't watch
Full
the
name, date of
clothes.
birth?
105.
Justin Young Mitchell, October 18th, 1992.
All right, Mr. Mitchell, you're on felony probation in Maricopa County, 2 separate felony convictions on January 27th. A warrant for your arrest was issued in each case for violating conditions of probation. $250 bond was set on each arrest warrant.
What up, Hector?
Next court date will be July 3rd at 8:30 Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, and your order is right over there, right where you came in.
That wasn't about to...
Hakeem Towns, and then it'll be
That fool wanted to get a
Myra
heat stroke out in 105-degree weather.
Full name, date of birth.
Hakeem Sabir Towns.
Hakeem.
Date of birth.
1778.
What up, Brent?
All right, you're here. You have a new arrest.
108?
That is alleged to have occurred. Let me see. Get your
Yesterday.
Here. Alleged to have occurred yesterday.
Yes, sir.
All right.
What up? Is that Kiki?
Criminal trespass of a residential structure, a Class 6 felony. 2 counts of criminal damage, Class 6 felonies, and indecent exposure, a misdemeanor.
Indecent
the
exposure?
The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. In this new case, a secured appearance bond in the amount of $12,000 is set. Your next court date will be July 3rd at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. By the way, the county attorney's office was asking for a bond to be set in $50,000 cash only.
You was a maniaco.
Apparently on probation when this is alleged to have occurred, and your probation officer wants a hold placed on you. There are 2 separate probation. You're on, actually one of them is a misdemeanor probation. The other is a felony probation that you're on here, and a $500 bond is set. And each of those, next court date will be a revocation arraignment hearing, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, July 3rd at 8:30 also. And your order, if you haven't got it right there, it's over there.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Is there any...
No, there isn't. According to the police report, you broke into somebody's house while they were there and were totally out of it. Had your pants down. Okay, I don't even want to describe what it was.
Describe it, Your Honor.
And their dogs attacked you to get you out of the house. So I'm sorry. Don't even waste my time, please. Okay. I think that there's a reason why the county attorney wanted a $50,000 cash bond.
That's why he has that bandage.
The police report. And
so my bond is $50,000.
No, that's what they asked for. I set a $10,000 bond. And you
Luckily,
can,
the dogs
any
were there.
subsequent court proceeding, like your next court date, which will be July 3rd, you have an attorney appointed to represent you. They can request that the judge modify conditions of release. Right now, based upon the information I have, that's it.
Imagine.
Right. Next will be Myra Simpson, and then
imagine you're at home
Brown.
And you got this food with his pants down, and you don't have any dogs. What are you gonna do if you're sleeping? Imagine the possibilities are endless. Just got home from work. That's right.
Full name, date of birth.
Marlene Simpson, 5287.
Straight
maniaco.
All
right, ma'am. You failed to appear at a not guilty arraignment on charges of burglary, a felony. On June 14th of last year.
I don't want to imagine that.
And a warrant was issued for your arrest with a $1,500 bond. Your next court date now will be
locked and loaded.
Let me see. It'll be on July 3rd at 8:30 Superior Court, downtown Phoenix.
But what about your sleeping?
Your Honor, I do have a job.
Listen,
imagine you're laying in bed.
And I don't care what your reasons
home
were, unless you've been in a body cast for the last 12 months.
A body cast.
You had 12 months to let somebody know whatever it is they need to know. And the only reason we find out some hardship that you're experiencing if you go back to jail is when you get picked up on the warrant that was issued a year before. I'm not going to listen to it tonight, okay? Next will be Kent Brown, and then it'll be Belinda Sepulveda.
And she's yawning.
Her name, date of birth?
Kent Brown, May 6, 1984.
All right, Mr. Brown, you were arrested.
Sign the withdrawal, yup.
earlier today, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony.
Jill,
Pretrial
thank you for,
services says you're
subscribing.
financially capable of hiring your own counsel. If that's not correct, you can request appointment of counsel in any subsequent proceeding, and I tell that to everybody in here. The bond amount that's been set in this case is $500. Your next court date will be July 3rd at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. Then you're also on felony probation. Your probation officer wanted to hold placed. A $250 bond is set on the probation violation matter. Your next court date will be July 3rd, also in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix.
So my probation officer asked for the hold?
That's the judge right there.
When they were advised that you had been arrested and what the charges were, that's a violation of term one of the probation. They notify us, and we determine how much the bond should be.
Yeah.
And
so one of my charges I saw was false reporting. I don't understand what that was.
Well,
out of Gilbert?
It is possession of dangerous drugs. If you initially gave false information to law enforcement, often
team will get rocked.
And usually it's your identity.
Yeah.
They frequently, if it gets resolved real quick, they don't bother to.
So is it not on there?
Always charge it. Some officers, if they finally get the truth, don't.
Yeah.
So that's it.
I just didn't understand what that charge was. That's what the officer told me.
Only thing you're charged with is new is possession of dangerous drugs.
All right.
There you go.
Do you see on there that I've done everything that I've needed to for my probation? I've been going to my classes. I've got a job now.
Except possess dangerous drugs.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I was able to be released today, I could save myself a job. If I don't get released,
I don't know what to tell you. You've got a grand total of $750 in bond. Yeah. If you can get out, make your court appearance, there you go. Pretrial services says that you're financially capable.
I won't be if I stay in here for that long. I'll lose my job.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess there are consequences of possessing drugs, using drugs.
I've also proven that I can show up to my court dates.
Well,
you could prove it. You can get yourself arrested.
Yes, but I think your probation officer thinks that it would be a pretty smart thing if you spend a little time in jail. Then you think maybe I'm not going to roll the dice if somebody I know has drugs. I'm not going to use them. I can't listen. I will tell you, I spend my life in a courtroom, an initial appearance court, and I see 20 people with your situation every single day.
Right.
You are the architect of your own misery.
Absolutely. I'm just asking for a little mercy so that I can keep my job I just got.
You really can't blame anybody but yourself.
I'm not
as
blaming
a grown-up
anybody.
adult, they give you all the services, and I feel sorry for people that are so addicted to something that. But I don't know what else to tell you.
I'm not blaming anybody.
Okay, well, anyway, so that I've told you what the conditions of release are, which is post the bond, and that's it. Melinda Sepulveda, and then it'll be David Beasley. Your order's right over there.
Well, good thing that job is new. Next on the Price is Wrong.
Full name, date of birth.
Melinda Sepulveda, 12/10/1978.
All right, ma'am, you were arrested earlier today, charged with 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony. You had a prohibited weapon. I guess it was the way it was manufactured. It may have been a weapon that had the identification taken off. I don't know. Possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 4 felony. Possession of a weapon in the commission of a drug offense, Class 4 felony. And theft or control of stolen property, a Class 6 felony. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. A $10,000 secured appearance bond is set. Your next court date will be in Superior Court on July 3rd at 8:30. in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. I will tell you that the county attorney's office wanted a $250,000 cash-only bond.
Damn!
The vehicle you were found in, I think it had, $250,000. I've got it written down somewhere.
What?
Yeah, over $50,000 in cash, along with all the other drugs.
But they're not mine, though.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it crazy? These people,
Isn't this crazy?
you just get in the car, and the next thing you know, there were drugs all over, and and that's sad. Anyway, there's your order right over there. David Beasley, and then Austin Thurber.
I hate when that happens. Why me? Why? Why me? I'm innocent, Your Honor. I didn't know they had all that money and dope in the car. I'm innocent. How do you not like this judge? He's funny. I like him now. These people crack me up.
Somebody must have put something in my water today to make me ornery.
What?
Full name, date of birth. Full name, date of birth.
David Beasley, 12/3/1964.
All right, Mr. Beasley, you were previously charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault on a first responder, Class 4 felonies, 1 count of resisting arrest with physical force, Class 6 felony, unlawful imprisonment, a Class 6 felony, and criminal trespass, a misdemeanor.
Oh, you better believe they're going to keep that $250,000.
There was a trial management conference scheduled for
They're probably
June
going to buy this
12th.
whole tank.
When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest. The judge that you were to appear before with a $50,000 bond. Your next court date now will be July 2nd at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix.
Can I get that bond award?
No, well, I don't know any more about you than what the warrant says. The judge who issued the warrant has had your case, knows a lot more about you. When he issued a warrant, I don't presume to know more than the person who knows, the judge who knows a lot more about your case does. It's your next court appearance, which will be, when did I tell you it was?
If they pay the full price, they'll return it.
Yeah, July.
Can I go ahead and ask for a fast and speedy trial?
Yes, you can do that.
Can I do it now? Can I do it now?
No. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask?
I don't have any authority to give you a trial right now.
Can you give me a date?
I'm giving you a date for your next court appearance.
No, for the fast.
But if I gave you a date and you didn't show up, then where would we be?
Everybody's feisty today.
No.
Well, then how am I not going to show up? That doesn't make a lick of sense.
Because if it was in the way the system works to give you a trial date right now, and you weren't out of custody, we'd have no problem getting you to appear. Anyway, Austin Thurber, and then it'll be Denine Main.
I'm not done talking yet.
You are done. You're done now.
Do you have a question?
Huh?
You have a question.
Yeah, am I going to have the same attorney I had before, or?
I don't have any control over that. Very likely it would be.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
No, that should do it.
You know who's going to win the World Series? Ask me that this year.
You know who's going to win the World Series?
I have no idea any more than I have an idea about who your attorney's going to be.
Well, who's going to win the Super Bowl? Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
The same guy that you had before you bench warranted. All right, Austin Thurber, then it'll be Denine Manginelli.
I gotta check out the last court. What did this judge go through? Because he's definitely he's pulling no punches today. He's not holding back. This is entertaining tonight.
Full name, date of birth?
Austin James Thurber, 6/7 of 1993.
All right, Mr. Thurber, you were arrested earlier today, charged with the following: possession of narcotic drugs for sale, Class 2 felony, possession of a weapon manufactured, I'm trying to think of what that statute was, but I didn't look it up, but the rest of them I'm very familiar with. Possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony. Possession of a weapon in a commission of a drug offense, a Class 4 felony. Theft or control of stolen property, a Class 6 felony, and carrying a deadly weapon and failing to admit it when asked by law enforcement. There was over, in addition to all the drugs they found, there was over $50,000 in cash.
Damn!
According to the police report. They say that you
was he the driver of the car?
Hire your own attorney. I kind of doubt that, but at the next court appearance, you can request appointment of counsel. A cash bond,
right, bless.
Appearance bond has been set in the amount of $100,000. Next court date, July 3rd at 8:30. For what it's worth, the county attorney's office was asking for a $250,000 cash-only bond. All right, there you go. Your order's right over there.
What did you say the next court date was?
What's that?
What did you say the next court date was? July 3rd?
Everything I told you is printed on that form.
Hey, he's in trouble.
Then after Mr. Danjanelli,
if that money belongs to somebody, he's in trouble.
Elzaldi.
Damn.
Full name, date of birth.
Denise Maria Manganelli, 6/4/68.
All right. Where are you on? Okay. You were charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. There was a trial management conference scheduled on May 28th. You didn't show up. The judge issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 cash bond.
Times are rough.
Your next court date now is in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, July 7th at 8:30, and your order's right over there. Ana Elzaldi, and then it'll be...
Hey, all I could say is,
Ameda
hey, guys,
Rodriguez.
Don't do drugs. If you never tried them, don't start doing them now.
Hello.
Because it's all bad.
Anna Karen Lerma Elizalde, 10/26/1988.
What up, Katie?
All right, ma'am. A grand jury arrest warrant has been issued. The arrest warrant was issued on June 11th. That you've been charged with theft or control of stolen property, a Class 2 felony, and fraudulent schemes and artifices, a Class 2 felony. This warrant was issued with a $100,000 bond. The Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. Your next court date will be July 3rd at 8:30, Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, and your release order is right over there.
So it has nothing to do with me failing to appear to the courts that I had?
I got two streams going,
I think you're in federal custody, right? Yes, and I think they probably know that, and the bond doesn't have anything to do with that. As far as I know, I didn't have anything to do with setting the bond.
Prison wallet.
In grand jury arrest warrants, when the bond is in excess of $10,000, at this stage, the initial appearance court, we don't modify them at all.
There's still people. There's 196 people watching it.
That these were alleged to have occurred. I think it was in February of 2023.
The chat is still going on in the background.
Okay.
I'm not sure what happened. I was talking to David and Jesse today. They were on. We were on for like about an hour.
That was number 25. All right, Amida Rodriguez, and then it'll be Edlee Henry.
There it is. Yeah. And if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free 99. Out of your mind. It's free for you. It's free for me. Don't be a Mr. Krabby Patty. Don't be a Scrooge McDuck. Hit that follow button.
September 29, 1988.
All right. Ma'am, you were charged with possession of a dangerous drug, Class 6 felony.
Hopefully you'll be able to beat it, Storm.
Participating in a conspiracy to commit the crime of fraud, fraudulent schemes and artifices. That is a Class 2 felony also.
Thank you, Nana.
Sure. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Don't forget to drop that daily heart.
On supervised release to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, July 3rd at 8:30. There you go. Your order.
I didn't hear the date. I'm sorry.
What's that?
I didn't hear the date. You said on July what?
everything I tell you is printed on that form, but
Okay.
it's July 3rd.
Oh, July 3rd, okay.
And the address is there, everything you need to know.
Okay, thank you.
I don't trust that lady. Something about her
Go
look.
ahead, you can get your look.
Oh.
I would not trust that lady with
and then it'll be Joseph Shriver.
I would not even trust her with a litter of puppies or kittens. Just something fishy about the way her eyes, her hair. I don't like that two-tone hair. Let me see. I know I'm not. I tried 8 times. Wait, what? What's going on?
Full name, date of birth? Full name, date of birth?
4/1889.
And your full name?
Edley Henry.
All right, Mr. Henry.
What was his name?
You are here because the county attorney's office filed a direct complaint.
He did get out.
Charging you with possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. These offenses are alleged to have occurred in July of 2023. Pretrial Services says that you are not indigent and can afford to hire your own attorney. If that's not correct, you can request at your next court appearance appointment of counsel. I'm not going to go through all that right now. Your next court date is July 11th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Because you're being released on supervised release, you'll receive paperwork which will include the phone number of pretrial services. Give them a phone call within a few days of your release and touch base with them. All right? Okay. Everybody that's released on supervised release, they expect that, and may ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
What?
Does it mean I'm getting released so I can go attend to my work and get that back?
Your work? Forget about that job.
Oh, sorry, I'm kind of nervous and...
No, you'll be out of here before the sun comes up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and the paperwork you have has the phone number for pretrial services. Within a few days, call that number. You'll have to identify yourself probably in the number of the case. They have you right there. They push a few buttons. They'll ask you a few questions. There you go.
All right, thank you.
You bet.
It's been a long day. Sorry.
Yeah, we could tell it's been a long day.
Joseph Shriver, and then it'll be Rafael Romero.
They don't listen. People don't listen. It's all about me, and my needs. Definitely been an interesting day today with these court cases. Not before his work is trying to look, but the system. I mean, some of it is just sad. Addiction is real, and you're struggling. I want to remind you, you are worthy. That's right. Blessed for life. I like your positivity. It's not over until you're 6 feet deep, if you will. James is right now.
Full name, date of birth?
Joseph Andrew Shriver. Date of birth is 07/27/1977.
All right, you were arrested.
That guy drinks Mad Dog 2020.
Charged with 1 count each of the following offenses: possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony; possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony; possession of a weapon in the commission of a drug offense, a Class 4 felony; resisting arrest with passive resistance, a misdemeanor, and failing to obey a police officer's reasonable instructions, a misdemeanor. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're being released on supervised release.
He looks creepy.
To appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, on July 11th at 8:30. And your paperwork that you get will be the phone number of pretrial services. Within a few days
I'm
of
definitely
your
crossing
release,
the street if
call
I'm
them,
walking
touch
down the
base
street.
with them,
And
all
he's
right?
Thank you.
Your order's right over there. Rafael Romo.
Super
and then it'll
creepy.
be Craig Beasley.
Elevator doesn't reach the top floor.
Full name, date of birth, please.
Rafael Romo, 8/27/90.
All right, you, sir, were arrested earlier today, charged with criminal trespass, in the first degree, a misdemeanor. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance.
Thank you, crazy.
To appear in Guadalupe Municipal Court on July 16th at 8:30. The important conditions that exist are
Hey, what up,
not
Teresa?
to go
Hello,
return
Governor.
to the location where this is alleged
Thank you for
to
the
have
daily heart,
occurred.
Teresa.
You're not to institute contact with the victims or witnesses, and if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with it.
You didn't know
according to the police report, the woman, and I don't know what your relationship is, whether it's family or not, was telling you to get out of there.
4:40 in the morning. What are you doing up
You
right
were
now?
given the opportunity at that time to take your stuff with you. When you didn't, and you were instructed not to come back, and you did, to pick up, your reason you said was to pick up stuff. If you're there,
8 p.m. and 11 p.m.
you're going to be, and you're taken into custody for violating the orders of release that I've just announced. You're going to be taken into custody, and a bond, you're going to be required to post a bond. And you're just going to spend a lot of time in custody probably that you don't want to do.
Oh, thank you.
Don't go back.
Thank you, Teresa.
And if you need to have something there, you can call the local police department, and they'll provide a civil standby for you. All right?
Wow.
There you go. Your order's right over there.
Thank you.
All right.
He gets that agua for the civil standby.
Then it will be
What up, Spicy?
Nina Sanders.
Nina Sanders.
Full name, date of birth?
Craig Music, 12/26/72.
All
That was
right.
gold.
You are here on an out-of-county warrant. La Paz County Superior Court.
This isn't real. This is AI-generated court cam.
A warrant for your arrest. You apparently have been charged with theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, and another form of theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony. The warrant was issued on April 28th. It requires that to get out of custody that a $10,000 cash bond be posted. Your next court date will be in La Paz County Superior Court on July 2nd at 8:30. If you haven't bonded out, the La Paz County Sheriff will pick you up from here and take you to make your court appearance. Your order's right over there.
Is this live?
Nina Sanders.
Right, Teresa.
And then it will be Oscar Jimenez.
Unmute if you will. Unmute.
Full name, date of birth, please.
Yes, sir. It's Nina Danelle Saunders, March 3rd of 1998. Sorry, 1988.
What's that?
I said 1988. I mean, never mind, 1988, but I said 1998.
All right. Well, listen, you were arrested yesterday, earlier today, charged with criminal trespass of a residential structure, a Class 6 felony. County Attorney's Office appointed to represent you. You're also on felony probation, and your probation officer, when notified of your arrest about this matter, has requested that a hold be placed. This is what I'm going to do, given the circumstances and the nature of the offense. I'm going to, as I said, I appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and on the arrest today for criminal trespass, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, but you'll be subject to the supervision of your probation officer. You need to call him or her within 72 hours and explain what happened. Your next court date in this case will be July 11th at 8:30 in Superior Court downtown.
This kid food isn't real either.
On the probation violation matter, I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. Your next court date, this is a different date because their earlier probation violation matters are treated more quickly. July 3rd at 8:30.
I will, Teresa.
In Superior Court downtown Phoenix will be your initial appearance.
Did you give me a mind the gap hat?
Violation, because this is what
happened. Do they have any mind the gap hats?
When you got arrested, all right? Your orders are right over there.
Thank you.
If not, I'm gonna have to get one made.
Oscar Jimenez, and then it'll be Ryan Smock.
Hey, thank you, Nora. Highly appreciate that.
Full name, date of birth?
Oscar Jimenez, 04/17/98.
All right, Mr. Jimenez. A direct complaint has been filed by the county attorney's office charging you with possession of narcotic drugs. The warrant was issued on June 5th. The offense is alleged to have been committed in October of last year. The public defender's office appointed to represent you. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, July 11th at 8:30. All right, and your orders are right over there.
Thank you.
You bet. All right. I got interpreter matters and
they're about to bring
house
out a
calls. If we don't have an interpreter, I'll put the house calls on the record.
They're gonna get the Timu interpreter. Get ready, guys. How are you,
Ryan,
anyways? I'm doing pretty good. Hey, thank you for. Oh, who sent that? I never got that before. The popcorn and the 3D glasses.
I thought we. Oh, yes, that's right. I completely.
I'm doing pretty good.
Right, Mr. Smock, give me your full name, date of birth.
Ryan Smock, 05/20/1987.
All right, Mr. Smock.
I hope not.
You were arrested yesterday, charged with possession of narcotic drugs.
Spicy, thank you for buying that.
Class 2 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia. Class 6 felony, public defender's office appointed to represent you.
No face, thank you.
I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear on July 11th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. All right.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Right there.
I love that. Oh, good evening. Thank you for that, no face. Timo translator, if you will. I'm highly curious about this Ashley girl. Oh man, you're gonna be disappointed with Ashley. I'm gonna tell you like this. Look, do you like to listen to nails being, going down a board? A chalkboard?
Is this, we have an...
It's kind of like that, but 10 times worse listening to Ashley.
Hindi. Okay.
Oh. He's going to be like an Arab translator.
Is your last name Malik?
Yeah, Malik.
All right.
A Moroccan.
A Hindi interpreter.
Hindi. I was totally wrong on that one.
You don't speak English, right?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Nails on a board with a seizure.
Tell me when he's there.
This should be interesting. What do you guys think this guy did? DUI? Did you see the... Hey, thank you, Joe. Yeah, I did see the star goggles. I wasn't sure who sent them. Thank you. Highly appreciate you. Oh, my brain's going to hurt. He speaks Hindi, yeah?
Can the interpreter hear me?
Trespassing.
Okay.
DV. What up, Jared? Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you, DV. ¿Qué? No. Hey, ooh, I got the race it. Ooh, man, I got the Fast and the Furious racing hat. Thank you for that. Yikes. We won't even know if it's good or not. Oh, interpreter's in. Interpreter's coming right in. There it is. I said DV. Hey, thank you for those 20 roses, Teresa.
Hello,
racing hat.
Can the interpreter hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
¿Qué? Come again?
It's okay.
Where is she, like, calling from her phone, driving?
There's a lot of noise on your end.
Does she have her window down in her car?
Yeah, there's a lot of noise. It sounds like
thank you for that.
Your microphone is being dragged through rocks.
Thank you for that gift.
Okay, let me join it again.
I'll see if we can, he can hear us. We have a speaker. Hello.
Hello, is it okay right now or no?
That's a little better. You're louder. I need to have Mr.
This is
Mallow
comedy.
Give me his full name and date of birth.
I told you it was going to be a Timu.
Okay. Should I go ahead and ask him?
Duh.
Yes, we'll see what we can do. What part of the planet are you on?
Planet? What? What part of the planet are you on? Hey, thank you, Nana.
Hello. We will in a minute.
OMG,
Do
I love
you
this
think
shit.
it would be better if we hung up and we reconnected you?
Let me change the area.
I can hear you now. Where are you? Out of curiosity, where are you?
We want to know.
Okay, I was in the room. I have changed the room now. Am I audible to you now?
Yes, I can hear you, although the sounds, the sounds of like a microphone being drugged through something. There you go. That's quiet.
Drugged through the desert, Your Honor, and went in a sandstorm hitting it.
Give me his full name and date of birth, please.
Okay, yeah, sure. नमस्ते, आप मुझे कृपया करके अपना पूरा नाम बता दें और साथ में अपना जन्मदिन बता दें।
नमस्कार जी, मेरा पूरा नाम नीरज मलिक है। मेरे डेट ऑफ बर्थ 1 मार्च 1995 है।
Hey, Lori.
ओके, और नाम क्या है?
नीरज मलिक।
Okay. My full name is Neeraj Malik and my date of birth is 1st March 1995.
All right. You, I understand, were in custody and could not attend the hearing where that was a not guilty arraignment on June 11th. Is that correct?
मैं समझ गया हूँ। आप जो हैं आप कस्टडी में थे, ठीक है ना? और आप जो थे, आपकी जो हियरिंग थी आप वो अटेंड नहीं कर पाए थे, ठीक है? क्योंकि आप वो 11 जून को थी। क्या ये ठीक है?
तो 11 जून को मैं आइस की कस्टडी में था, तो मैंने आइस वालों को 3-4 बार रिक्वेस्ट की कि मेरी हेयरिंग पे मुझे लेके जाओ, पर उन्होंने मना कर दिया। वो मुझे लेके नहीं आए। मैंने 10 को भी बोला, उनको 9 को भी बोला, और 10 को मेरी इमिग्रेशन कोर्ट थी, वहाँ लेके चले गए। उस टाइम भी बोला, लेकिन वो मुझे 11 को लेके नहीं आए। मैं जैसे ही यहाँ से रिलीज हुआ था, तो सेम डे मुझे आइस ने अरेस्ट कर लिया था।
He's already said a lot. See, he did something. He did say something about ICE.
I was in the custody of ICE on 11 June. I have requested them to bring me to my hearing, but they didn't take me. And on 10, like it was my immigration, they bring me to there, but not to the hearing. And then when I was released, so then I came here.
Okay, but you're out of custody now, right? Except for this case.
Yeah, you did. You missed a lot, Kimberly. This was comedy today.
आप कस्टडी में नहीं है इस केस के अलावा, है ना?
About 2 hours already.
नहीं, मेरे पास सिर्फ यही केस है। वैसे मैं आइस की कस्टडी में इमिग्रेशन केस में था।
Yes, I have just this case right now, and I was in the immigration case with the ICE custody.
So you're out of ICE custody. You're not. ICE isn't holding you back from doing anything, correct?
They will when he gets released from here.
अभी आप आइस की कस्टडी में नहीं हैं, है ना? मतलब अभी आप जो है किसी भी मामले में आइस के पास नहीं हैं, ठीक है ना?
हाँ जी।
Yes, you are right.
अभी मैं यहाँ पे हूँ। सुबह मुझे सारी वालों को हैंड ओवर कर दिया था इस वालों में।
Because madam, I want to know if I release him, is he actually going to be released?
Hell no.
Or is ICE picking him up and taking him back? That is ICE.
He was
the immigration service.
They're probably going to pick him up.
मैं मतलब ये जानना चाह रहा हूँ कि अभी अगर मैं आपको यहाँ से छोड़ दूँ, ठीक है, तो क्या आप वाकई में छूट जाएंगे या नहीं? आपको आइस दोबारा से पकड़ लेगी और आपको अपने पास अपने साथ वापस ले जाए, क्योंकि आइस जो है वो इमिग्रेशन की सर्विस होती है।
मुझे नहीं पता इसका। पहले भी मेरा कोई मैटर नहीं था इसके साथ। मेरा जो केस था कैलिफोर्निया था इसका, और मेरी तारीख थी 2026 की। 10 सितंबर 2026 की। तो पता नहीं मुझे वो कैसे अरेस्ट करके ले गए। जैसे ही मैं रिलीज हुआ वैसे ही वहीं से अरेस्ट कर लिया मुझे सेम डे।
Thank you, Kimberly.
Well, I'm not sure about that because, like, at first I was also not aware of all that. Like, I don't know about that. My date was of California, and that was of 10th September 2026, and now I don't know that, like, they will arrest me again or not.
Do you show that there's a hold on? I'm asking the deputies who are here assisting me. Does he show that he has a hold from immigration?
मैं आपसे मतलब ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि क्या आपको मालूम है?
I think at this point in time it doesn't even matter if he has a hold or not.
मुझे इंग्लिश आती नहीं।
की मतलब
बात करते मेरे साथ।
इमिग्रेशन की जानिब से आपको कोई इमिग्रेशन की जानिब से आपको कोई पकड़ तो नहीं है कि वो तो आपको नहीं पकड़ेंगे?
The translator is bad.
मुझे नहीं पता जी, मुझे इंग्लिश आती नहीं और वैसे वो बात नहीं करता।
Well, I don't.
He does have a hold.
He does have a hold. Damn, so that's screwed.
Right.
He's screwed.
So the officers here tell
I would
me
run.
that there is
you better believe that, Big J.
on him. So I'm going to change what I was going to
Hindi.
do.
Or Hindi.
I'm going to lower the bond to $50 so that if immigration
Thank you, Teresa.
releases you, you just have to pay $50 to get out of custody.
Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you for that.
अच्छा ठीक है, मेरे पास यहाँ पे ऑफिसर्स हैं, ठीक है, वो कह रहे हैं कि मतलब आप पे जो है अभी आप पे आप अभी मतलब उनकी पकड़ में हैं, ठीक है ना। तो मैं क्या करता हूँ कि मैं अभी जो है मैं पहले जो कर रहा था मैं उसे चेंज करता हूँ, तब्दील करता हूँ, ठीक है। मैं आपका जो वो है मैं उसे कम कर देता हूँ, वो मैं $50 कर देता हूँ, ठीक है। अगर आप जो है $50 जो है वो पे कर देंगे, ठीक है, तो फिर आप उनकी कस्टडी से निकल आएंगे, वो आपको छोड़ देंगे, ठीक है।
Thank you.
All right, so
okay.
Your next court date will be, let me sign this here. Your next court date will be July 3rd at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix.
Big J writes, I haven't picked up.
आपकी जो अगली हियरिंग होगी, आपका जो अगली दफा आपका जो कोर्ट का तारीख है वो है 3 जुलाई, ठीक है, 8:30 पे होगा, ठीक है, सुपीरियर कोर्ट में डाउनटाउन फिनिक्स में, ठीक है।
ठीक है, ये अभी मैं यहाँ $50 पे करके रिलीज कर देंगे मुझे यहाँ से।
Good morning from the UK.
Okay, fine. And now when I'll pay $50, so then you will release me?
Well,
nope.
If you post the $50 while ICE has a hold on you, they'll just turn you over to ICE. You will not be out of custody entirely.
अगर आप अभी $50 जो है वो आप अभी पे करेंगे, ठीक है, तो आइस कि अगर आपके पास मतलब उन्होंने आपको अगर पकड़ा हुआ है, ठीक है, तो फिर वो आपको जब यहाँ से छूटेंगे तो आपको आइस के हवाले कर दिया जाएगा, आप मुकम्मल तौर पे आज़ाद नहीं हो पाएंगे।
यहाँ से कब छूटेंगे जी?
So then when I will be released from there?
No, ICE is not going to let him go.
When ICE releases you, if they do, and I don't know they will, all you have to pay to get out of custody on this case is $50. If you're still
what is she
in
saying?
custody,
I'm assuming
you
speak that language.
For the time you're serving in custody, in this case, if I set bond at $50.
मुझे आइस का तो नहीं पता, ठीक है ना, लेकिन मतलब जब आपको यहाँ से छोड़ दिया जाएगा, ठीक है, और उसके लिए आपको जो है $50 जो है वो आपको इस केस में अदा करनी है, ठीक है। तो अगर आप जो है फिर उसके बाद आपको आइस को दे दिया जाएगा, तो फिर वो आपको इस पूरे वक्त के लिए फिर वो आपको पैसे देंगे, ठीक है, जो कि आप यहाँ पे होंगे कस्टडी में, ठीक है। तो इस केस में मैंने आपके लिए जो बॉन्ड बनाया है वो मैंने $50 बनाया है।
ठीक है जी, वो $50 कल कैसे पे करना है?
Okay, fine. How I have to pay that $50?
If you pay $50,
thank you, Kimberly.
Now, when ICE has a hold on you, you'll get out of here on this Maricopa County thing, but you'll be turned over to ICE. But if you get released by ICE, and the only thing holding you in is this thing in Maricopa County Superior Court, you pay $50 and then you'll be out of custody. I don't know how I can make it any simpler.
ऐसा है कि अगर आप जो हैं, अभी मैंने आपके लिए इस केस में $50 का वो मैंने आपके लिए बनाया है, ठीक है, कि आप $50 जो हैं वो अदा करेंगे। अभी अगर आइस आपको पकड़ेगा, ठीक है, तो आप यहाँ से निकलेंगे, ठीक है, और आपको उन्हें दे दिया जाएगा। लेकिन ये जो मैरिकोपा काउंटी की जो चीज़ है, ठीक है ना, ये आपको आइस को दे देगी, ठीक है। तो अगर आप जब आइस से निकलेंगे, ठीक है, और उसके बाद आप पे ये मैरिकोपा काउंटी सुपीरियर कोर्ट की चीज़ होगी, तो उसके बाद आप जो है $50 दे पाएंगे और आप फिर कस्टडी से निकल पाएंगे। मैंने आपको ये बहुत आसान अल्फाज में समझा दिया है, ठीक है।
ठीक है जी, पहले मैं यहाँ से आइस के पास जाऊँगा, उसके बाद जब आइस रिलीज करेगी फिर मैंने यहाँ के $50 अदा करने हैं।
So it means like from here first I will be handed over to ICE when I will be released from there. After that I'll pay the $50
Thank you, Audra.
for this case. Am I right now?
Did you understand what her question was?
So he does understand some of what he's saying, but not clearly.
No, okay, you were breaking up. Yeah, you were breaking up enough to where we couldn't hear you.
The deputy's just laughing.
You could not hear me?
I hear you very well, but the noises that when you speak, the noises on your end seem to increase enough to where it's hard to understand what you're saying.
KDM?
Right now, I don't hear any noise on your end.
This is probably like the only one they could find.
Maybe
I don't know what else to tell you.
Issue with my mic.
I think there is an issue with your mic.
Maybe there is some issue with the mic.
And you know the sucky part is that
There might be some issue.
like this guy's life is on the line. I'm not sure what he did.
Maybe. All he needs to know is that there is the state of Arizona government, and he's in jail. He's got criminal charges against him.
I want to know what he did.
When he didn't show up for a court appearance, they issued a warrant for his arrest. The reason that he didn't show up is because immigration, which is a federal government agency, a completely different agency, took him into custody. Our records show here where he's in jail here on the state charges, criminal charges, show that immigration has a hold on him. So if he paid $50, he'd just be back in immigration's custody. He wouldn't be released. So I sent the $50 because if immigration does release him, all he has to do is post the $50 and he gets out of custody here too. Also. So I don't know how to make it any more simple.
Makes no sense.
And I've got a docket I have to take care of. I have
we gotta get this show on the road.
Other interpreter matters that I have to get to because we've got another docket in a couple hours.
I didn't catch his name. Anybody catch his name?
People on it, and I can't spend much more time on Mr. Malik's case. If he doesn't understand I don't know what to tell him.
Okay. Let me explain it to him again. अगर आप जो हैं, आप जो 50 बक्स जो मैंने आपको बताए हैं, ठीक है ना, आप अगर इमिग्रेशन की कस्टडी में भी जाते हैं, ठीक है ना, तो अगर आप ये पे करेंगे, आप फिर भी मतलब नहीं छूटेंगे, आप फिर भी रिलीज नहीं होंगे, ठीक है। तो ऐसा है, मैंने आपको जो 50 बताए हैं, ठीक है ना, ऐसा है कि अगर आपको इमिग्रेशन तो उसके बाद जो है आपने 50 जो है वो फिर पे करने हैं, तो उससे क्या हो गया कि आप कस्टडी से हैं जो है यहाँ से भी
So what I'm assuming that was happened is this: he got arrested, then the court let him go. When the court let him go, immigration picked him up.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Madam Interpreter. He seemed to understand.
Immigration let him go. Maricopa picked him up because he didn't show up to court, so he had a warrant for his arrest.
That'll be it. I don't have any.
So now if Maricopa lets him go, he has an ICE hold, so he's going to go back to ICE.
Tonight.
Hey, thank you for that. Who sent that? Kimberly, thank you.
Your language. Thank you very much for your time and effort.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Man, you've done enough damage as it is.
Thank you very much.
But makes no sense.
Thank you for calling
that ICE
Language
let
to
him go from custody.
Have a nice one. Bye-bye.
All right.
You know what I think happened is they let him, ICE let him go.
Okay.
But then Maricopa picked him up, and it triggered another ICE hold. So he's pretty much stuck like in a loop. That's my assumption because I know immigration and the state, they don't talk to each other like that. So that fool's stuck in
we have him on.
pretty much in a hamster wheel.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
Hopefully this guy's better.
The judicial officer this is an initial appearance court. Everybody here.
If you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free 99.
Picked up, arrested today. And the first one we will take, is it Alex Ramirez?
Damn, that fool is young.
Okay. Are you Alex Ramirez?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Could you ask Mr. Ramirez to give me his full name and date of birth, please?
He's super young.
Señor Ramírez, ¿me puede por favor decir su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento?
Oh, this was going to be bad.
Me llamo Alex Méndez Ramírez y mi fecha de nacimiento es 4 de marzo del 2004.
Is he Cuban, Dominican?
My name is Alex Méndez Ramírez, and my date of birth is March 4th, 2004.
Venezuelan?
All right. Alex, you were convicted of a form of endangerment, a Class 6 felony.
Endangerment?
And driving while under the influence, a misdemeanor. You were to be sentenced on June 13th.
June 13th.
When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $100 bond.
Agua.
Y entonces usted había sido convicto de una forma de haber puesto en peligro en un tipo de delito grave de la clase 6 y también por manejar bajo la influencia, que es un delito menor. Se haría la sentencia el 13 de junio. Cuando usted no apareció, hicieron una orden de captura con una fianza de $100.
Let me ask my staff, does he have an ICE hold against him also? They're checking. He has a hold. He has a hold? All right.
Oh, this dude's done too.
Mr. Ramirez, I set a $100 bond. Your next court date will be downtown Superior Court on July 3rd at 8:30.
Entonces,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Señor Ramírez, entonces puse una fianza de $100 y el día de corte será en la Corte Superior del Centro o Downtown para el 3 de julio a las 8:30.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Big J? When are you going to get me to that facility?
For some reason, ICE...
But I want to be able to get out. I don't want to stay in.
You're not in custody with them anymore. You just post $100 and you get out on this. If it's before July 3rd, make sure you show up on your own.
Probably like in August.
Where the next court date is.
Shit, if you could set me up, I'll fly down there whenever.
Probably not.
Y si por algún motivo ICE lo libera y no está en custodia de ellos, entonces usted solo provea los $100 y usted saldría de esto. Si llega para el 3 de julio, asegúrese que usted aparezca por su propia cuenta a la siguiente fecha de la corte. Haga su apariencia. ¿Entiende usted?
Sí.
If I could have my camera, then
si
hell yeah,
me detiene
I'll spend the
el
night.
ICE,
It'll save me on a hotel.
Aquí, estando allá.
But if I'm detained by ICE, how can I arrive here being there?
And you know what I would say is this. If I was here illegally, you better believe I'm not going to be drinking and driving. Are you insane? Especially in this social, in this political climate right now.
No, you said a couple of words and that was real quiet.
I wouldn't even be spitting on the curb. Free room and board.
We'll repeat the last
Hook me up with some of those sandwiches too.
Fine. If I'm detained by ICE, how will I be able to arrive while I am there?
It's like, how moronic do you have to be?
For the same way you're here now. I think the county picks him up, takes him to a court appearance.
What up, trucker?
Is that right? Do you know that, how he got here?
If he stays in custody, the county takes transportation for court.
All right. Yes, the county will pick him up from ICE, take him to his next court appearance that I just
There's still a little bit of protest going on.
So he can be there. If I just want him to know that if for some reason, although I think it's unlikely, ICE releases him, he just has to pay $100 and get out of custody, even with us, but I'm pretty sure that'll never happen before July 3rd. I don't know why I even brought it up because it's so unlikely, but anyway, and I'm glad that he's getting his court appearances here, and I feel that it's just really terrible that he has to be in custody just because he's here.
5 to 6 months?
Anyway, next court date, July 3rd, 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. The county of Maricopa will take you there to make your court date. Comprende?
Comprende, amigo.
Go ahead, Mr.
Entonces, thank you. Entonces el contador, así como llegó hoy, el contador lo estaría usted recogiendo para venirlo a dejar. Entonces, y si usted fuera liberado antes del 3 de julio por parte de ICE, lo cual creo que es algo poco probable, usted solo tendría que pagar los $100 y salir de la custodia incluso con nosotros, pero estoy seguro que eso nunca estaría sucediendo desde el 3 de julio porque es poco probable. Pero de todas formas me alegra que usted está teniendo sus apariciones en corte aquí. Y pienso que es muy terrible que usted esté en custodia por estar aquí legalmente, como sea. Entonces, tiene la cita para el 3 de julio a las 8:30 en la Corte Superior en Downtown Phoenix. Y comprende.
That's the judge, yeah.
Sí.
That's when he was younger. He was a little bit younger back then.
Thank you, Mr. Interpreter. We have a couple of more for you. Good luck.
We got a few. Damn, we might be running till 11 o'clock tonight.
All right, Juan Cruz.
We got Juan Cruz. This is going to be the Mexican version of Tom Cruise here. Juan Cruz, if you will. Hey, friend. What up, Angela? Where's Juan Cruz at? Come on down.
Buenas noches, señoría.
All right, okay, we have Juan Cruz in the courtroom. Mr. Interpreter, I'd like to hear his name and date of birth, please.
I thought it was
¿Me puede por favor decir su nombre y fecha de nacimiento?
Sí, Juan Gerardo Juárez Cruz, 3/28 de 1973.
Juan Gerardo Juarez Cruz, 3/28/1973.
Yeah, it is. It is, Audra. That is the guy from Unsolved Mysteries, if you will. What do you guys think Juan Cruz did?
Are you with us, Mr. Interpreter?
Yes, I'm sorry. Maybe the line cut off. This is the interpreter. I will repeat. Juan Gerardo Juarez Cruz.
I thought the voice sounded familiar.
3/28/1973.
All right. Juan, you were previously charged with the crimes of possession of dangerous drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia.
Destiny.
A status conference was scheduled in November of 2023. You didn't show up, and the judge issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond.
Yeah, it is. It is. You're not lying.
Señor Juan, entonces usted había previamente sido culpado de los crímenes de posesión de drogas peligrosas, posesión de drogas de parafernalia, una estatus de conferencia que había sido programada para en noviembre del 2023. Cuando usted no apareció, el juez emitió una orden de arresto por una fianza de $500.
Sí.
Your next court date is July 3rd
Herman
at
Munster.
8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix on that charge.
I'm moving to AZ. It's still illegal in the UK?
Aparición en corte es el 3 de julio a las 8:30 en la Corte Superior en Downtown Phoenix con esos, esas acusaciones.
Ok, está bien.
You were arrested earlier today and charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony.
Hey, what's the limit in
I
Arizona?
appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
How many doobies can you have?
For that one, number 2, would you like me to assign?
Y usted había sido arrestado el día de hoy, más temprano, y se le acusó de posesión de drogas peligrosas,
1 ounce per day?
Un delito mayor de clase 4, y para esto le asignamos un defensor público de la oficina para que lo represente con esto.
Okay.
Under Arizona law, if you are arrested, charged with a felony and released, which you were on the older case, and while
2 or 3
you're on
pounds?
release, in the first case,
4
you
ounces?
are arrested and charged with committing a new felony. You'll be held without bond, no bond, under Arizona law.
1 ounce per day or 5 grams of vape. Okay, thank you for that.
Entonces, bajo las leyes de Arizona, usted había sido arrestado y se le acusó de un delito mayor y se liberó.
Thank you,
y
Kimberly.
tenía un caso más antiguo mientras usted estaba liberado. Entonces, con el primer caso que usted había sido arrestado y que se le hizo la acusación de por haber cometido un nuevo delito mayor, usted será detenido sin fianza bajo la ley de Arizona.
What are you looking at, Kimberly? I don't even know what, how do you figure that out?
And that matter is July 3rd at 8:30 in Superior Court.
Illegal. Everything's illegal in Texas.
Do you have any questions?
Y su siguiente fecha para la corte con respecto a ese tema es para el 3 de julio a las 8:30 en la Corte Superior de Downtown Phoenix. ¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
No.
All right. All right. Your order's right over there.
Thank you.
You click your name on the top.
We have one more,
Okay,
Monsieur
thank you.
Interpreter, I
Thank you,
think.
Destiny.
Or is that it?
If you walk on the wrong side of the road, it's illegal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not playing.
Okay. Yes, one more. Elder Perez Martinez. There he is.
Hello, Mr. George. Good evening.
Did he say hello, Mr.
Sorry
George?
about the situation.
Hello, Mr. George.
We have an interpreter.
It's okay. We can do it.
It's okay.
We can do it in English. It's fine.
All right. Did you hear that, Monsieur Interpreter?
Hello, Mr. George.
Yes, sir.
It's like
Would
those
you
videos that
this
be popping up on my
participant to stay
FYP.
online, or do you need any further assistance?
He looks like he's pretty confident. I've run into people. I'm pretty good at teaching people Spanish if they're tired of being in court all day. They seem to understand me a lot better when they get weary. So we'll take a chance, and thank you, Mr. Interpreter. Great job.
Vámonos.
It's been a pleasure, and thank you for calling Lion Bridge for Language Center.
The
Have a
judge is
great day. Bye-bye.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Full name and date of birth?
My name is Elder Ivan Perez Martinez. Date of birth, December 3, 87.
87.
All right, sir. Let me get your case up here. There we go.
This judge is like
you were arrested today, charged with driving while under the influence, a misdemeanor, and risking arrest with physical
what?
Physicality, risking injury. That's a class 6 felony.
Risking injury.
You understand?
I understand.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
80. So you graduated in
Pretrial
87?
Services says that you're not indigent, that you can afford to hire your own attorney. If that's not correct, at your next court date, ask them to appoint an attorney, and they will determine whether or not you're eligible. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
That's actually Robert
I
Stark.
am going to release you on your own recognizance
I
to
risk it
appear
every
in
day by
Superior
waking
Court,
up.
downtown Phoenix, on July 11th at 8:30.
Phoenix.
Do you have any questions?
Do I have any bond?
No, I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. You'll be out of here before the sun comes up.
That will be drinking tequilas before the sun, or tecate before the sun comes up.
I'm so sorry about this. This is a great lesson for me.
Thank you for helping us out.
Sorry about it, and thank you very much.
Good luck.
Sorry about it, Mr. George. They started about an hour and 23 minutes ago.
I didn't put them. All right, our house calls are Hayden Grove. Maybe I forgot about that. Hayden Grove is here because he has a warrant out of Pinal County Superior Court.
Yeah, it's been long today.
On drug charges. It is the warrant is a no bond warrant. I assume he's on probation. Let me see that. Let me make sure. I'm almost positive that, because I don't want to. Let me see.
You don't want to what, Your Honor? This is Maricopa County. Maricopa County in Arizona, if you will. Our house calls so house calls are for individuals that are either a threat to themselves, they're a threat to the facility, or they're just being combative. So they don't bring them out in front of the judge. The judge goes to them. Okay, Mr. George?
Where is the warrant? Summary.
So those are house calls.
Sure, we probably don't have the warrant, do we?
Come on, rolling to 11. This judge may be on LOT now. He's on a good one for sure.
I'm going to modify that because it doesn't say he's on probation.
Hey, Heather. Welcome, Heather.
Wait a minute. I take that back. Now I know why I didn't question it.
And if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free 99. It's free for you. It's free for me. Don't be a Scrooge McDuck.
So he'll be no bond.
I'm pretty sure that fool, he's old.
His next court date will be in Pinal County, July 2nd.
Hey, thank you, Kimberly. Appreciate you making it rain.
Next is Shania Branberry. She was...
Phoenix, thank you.
Let's see,
Adro, gracias for the daily heart.
She was on felony probation for 2 separate felony convictions. A warrant for her arrest was issued, one
Melissa,
in March
welcome.
29th of 2024, the other April 8th, 2024. Each with a $750 bond. In those matters, her next court date will be
Phoenix. Thank you.
July 3rd at 8:30
I love
in
that you
Superior
have
Court
Robert Stark.
downtown Phoenix for a revocation of arraignment
What
hearing.
up, Paco Taco? Where you been? I haven't seen you.
She
You're
was
welcome. Thank you.
arrested earlier today, charged with possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 2 felony, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, possession of a weapon and commission of a drug offense, Class 4 felony in theft or control of stolen property. That's a Class 6 felony. Counsel will be appointed at the next hearing. A $10,000 secured appearance bond is set. Next court date in that matter, July 3rd at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And
Where'd you go,
that's
Paco?
everybody, right? Yes? That's everybody, right?
I'm asking for one of them.
You're asking for what?
For Tyrone Davis. It looks like they have him here in custody, but I'm trying to clarify
Okay.
for new charge or for probation.
792. Thank you.
No, I saw that name, Tyrone
Time to
Davis.
retire.
It's not on my docket. I mean, it is on my docket printed, but he's not here. But he's one of those cases that probably
What up, Alexis?
very likely is a house call.
Hey, no name. Thank you for purchasing a 1-month subscription. Appreciate you. Went to Maui? Hell yeah. Have I been to Maui? Nah, I've been to Honolulu though. It's expensive out there. I could only imagine. We went maybe like 2-3 years ago. I could only imagine how much the prices have gone up on the food. Food's expensive over there. It's so expensive. We ended up buying a grill, a little like a little pot or a little grill or a little what is it? It's like a pan you could plug into the wall. A skillet. We bought a skillet, and we were just making breakfast just to save money save money in the morning. Hey, thank you, Kimberly. Highly appreciate that. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, we just ended up buying a skillet, and then we were buying eggs, cheese, and ham to eat breakfast in the morning, and then we would pay for lunch and for dinner. There must be a new no name because it wasn't me. I was the kitchen and heard oh, okay. Yeah, somebody hit.
So the reason is that the new charge was dropped. It was dismissed, so they technically didn't violate.
Have a good night. Hey, thank you, Hector. Have a good night.
The new charge was dropped.
Eggs.
Okay, so
Get you a fancy. Get you, Mr. Fancy.
You got 14 hours.
Hawaii is a tourist trap for money. It's
Basically,
expensive.
the new charges were dropped.
Okay. Well, that's all I need to know. Fine. We don't have to do anything now, right?
No, so then technically he didn't violate his probation because he doesn't have new charges.
Okay. Well, I don't think that's the whole case. Let me see. They didn't make a very good statement either. He was taken into custody by the sheriff, by his adult probation officer, a police officer, picked him up, but it was never a good description.
Hey, but the beaches are beautiful.
That he had violated, although he didn't get.
Thank you.
Not keeping up his registration as a sex offender like he should.
What?
And everything, but they didn't really say that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm glad somebody else can worry about it.
Yeah. So for sure, the pretrial service.
They cut it off. They cut the mic off, the high mic. They didn't want us to hear. What didn't they want us to hear? What are they being so private about? Just when things were starting to get good. Sunsets were gorgeous, yup. All right, guys, that's it. Court is over. You guys heard that tone, right? Anyhow, hey, I do appreciate you guys. I try to do these daily whenever I have some free time. We do a wide variety of courts, throughout the country whenever I can. The police let him go by mistake. Damn, I'm getting carpal tunnel and my thumb tapping. It be like that sometimes. It be like that. Anyhow, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. We'll probably be back at 11 p.m. So that'll be in about an hour and a half. If I don't come back, you're always more than welcome to check it out on YT. I do have a separate stream running over there. Runs in all day. Been entertaining. Thanks. Hey, today was definitely. I gotta go ahead and clip some of the stuff from today. That's mandatory. That guy, one guy, Mr. George. Man. Anyhow, hey, I am Collect Call James. You are watching. You have a Collect Call From. And like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it slices out. And with that, courtesy flush if you will. Drop one, flush one. What time? What time will you be back? About an hour and a half, 11 p.m. Mind the gap. Hello, governor. Anyhow, like I said around here, hey, Chacha, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it slices out. It shows I'm subscribed now. All good. Yep, you're subscribed now. And with that, I don't know how. Maybe somebody gifted you one. No sé. Maybe. And with that, I'm out. Rato y buenas noches. See you guys in a bit. It was you. Hey, thank you. Who was that? Oh, Boo. Hey, thank you, Boo. Highly appreciate you gifting those subscriptions. All right. Highly appreciate it. Need to watch. Need to put. Watch Planet Are You From? Oh, yeah, that one. That one I do.